When you live in a Bright House, you're connected to the premier provider of entertainment services, offering more than 250 channel choices, including 60 premium movie channels. But most importantly, you're connected to us. We are 300 of your family members, friends, and neighbors working every day to earn your business with exceptional customer service and state-of-the-art products. We invest in our employees so they can invest in you. To find out more about Bright House Networks, give us a call. Bright House Networks, never before has so much been so easy.
7 years, 100,000 mile guarantee. This is good.
We've tackled all the problems of buying a used car at Barber Honda, making it easier for you to buy the car you're looking for.
Here, so we're looking at.
At Barber Honda Used Cars, you'll get the lowest prices, best selection, and friendliest staff in Bakersfield. Barber Honda, at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Barber Honda. Volvo rents construction equipment. 1061 Crab Radio. 98.5 The Fox. Present the Brighouse Network's High School Football Game of the Week.
Good evening, Kern County Bright House Network subscribers. Welcome back to another edition of Bright House Network's High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Vance Palm alongside two fantastic individuals looking forward to a great season here in Kern County football. What better way to start it off than the game that everybody's talking about, Stockdale visiting Bakersfield High School. There's many stories inside this one ball game. But before we talk about all the stories, let's meet the two men that will be joining me all season long. Well, Kern County, I think we know this cat already, my partner in time for many years, going on what we think now is his 8th season. This is Brian Adams. Big B, this year you're going to be down on the field. You're going to have the headset, the microphone. You're going to be down in the action where you want to be. Let's talk about the action. I know you're a driller, but let's talk about Stockdale High School. They have to live with pretty much all the media in Kern County talking about the new BHS program, the new BHS coach. Hey, last year they were playing for the Valley Championship. Talk about the Stockdale Mustangs and what it's going to take tonight.
Well, one thing with the Stockdale Mustangs are going to have to do is take up for some losses, key losses at the running back and some line positions on defense. But what they can do tonight is they got the advantage of having already played one game, is come out and not make a lot of mistakes, play ball control, and put the pressure on a young quarterback who's not yet been tested.
Thank you, Brian. Hey, Kern County, new gentleman with us. He's going to be up in the booth with me. A lot of you already know this guy, Director of Football Operations for your Bakersfield Blitz and a well-known Kern County coach, Paul Press, joining us in the booth. Paul, you've been at practices on both fields this week. You've seen the action up close. Give us your thoughts on this field of where we're standing with this BHS Blue, new coach, new program, and the pressure that he's under tonight.
Well, I tell you, I was very impressed with their practice Tuesday. They were in shells, helmets, pads, and shorts. Never saw anybody take a break. They were hustling. They looked big, fast, moving, flying to the ball. Team, light, junior quarterback, but he seemed like he was okay with everything. He's ready to go. So we'll see.
Hey, Bright House Networks, we're here for you, Kern County, digging up the information. Brian's going to be all over the field tonight, meeting with administrators, coaches, players. But let's find out about one player tonight. He's Shanahan from Stockdale, not playing for them tonight. How does a team that's worked together since June, July, in the summer, they go out, they play last week at Atascadero, and one of their horses, one of their studs gets hurt. How do they regroup? How do they get up for this big game without one of their big guys?
Well, one of the things, Vance, that they're going to have to do is just use whoever they have and just come in and don't try to be Shanahan, be yourself, and follow the plays that have worked for the last few seasons. If they do that, they'll be okay.
Paul Press, Coach Gola comes from Texas, well documented hiring here at Bakersfield High School. Seems like pretty much everybody knows this cat before he's had one down here in Kern County. Hey, this just isn't any high school in California. This is the winningest high school in California, the Bakersfield High School. This cat right here played for him, and a lot of great players are going to be watching tonight and tomorrow morning. Is he ready for this pressure based on your perceptions, and what is he going to have to do tonight if it gets a little crazy and a few mistakes are made?
Well, first of all, yes, he is ready. This guy can coach. I've had a chance to meet him 3 years ago at a coaches conference down south, and he impressed me then. So when the name came out, I knew they'd hired a good guy. If things get out of hand, he'll have to slow it down a little bit, take a little time, let his young guys catch their breath, and they'll be ready to go.
That's Paul Press. You know Brian Adams. We look forward to having him down in the field tonight. I'm Vance Palm. Welcome back, Brighouse Network subscribers. It seems like it's been forever. It's going to be a great ball game tonight. The Mustangs at Stockdale visiting downtown Bakersfield, Griffith Field against the Drillers. Week 1, what a game. Back with the kickoff right after this.
You're watching the high school football game of the week on Brighouse Networks.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Brighouse Networks presents Mesa Marin Raceways. Inside Motorsports. Every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Brighouse Networks Channel 21. With an encore presentation Fridays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Inside Motorsports.
7 years, 100,000 mile guarantee. This is good.
We've tackled all the problems of buying a used car at Barber Honda. Making it easier for you to buy the car you're looking for.
Here, so we're looking at.
At Barber Honda Used Cars, you'll get the lowest prices, best selection, and friendliest staff in Bakersfield. Barber Honda at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Once again, welcome back, Kern County Brighouse Network subscribers. You're the lucky viewers. You're able to watch these fantastic football games every Friday night. They're going to be at 10:30 on Friday nights, and then again 10:30 on Saturday mornings. This is Vance Palm alongside Paul Press in the booth. Down on the field, your man, Brian Adams, the Bakersfield Driller. We'll talk about the genesis of the idea. And Coach Press, or Paul Press, I'm going to call you Coach a lot of times. This is a vintage shot of the Drillers coming out. A lot of motion when they come out of this tunnel, isn't it?
Yeah, and look at this. Stockdale's on the field. BHS makes them wait. They go up, they fake the kick. Stockdale guys have been out there watching. They've been standing there for over a minute now, waiting for this.
Here we go, Kern County. 2005 schedule. BHS under the Gola era will begin. The ball's up, it's deep. It's going to be taken back there by Justin Lay. No, it's not. Out of the end zone. Big leg from BHS kicker. Well, there are so many things to talk about, but I think one of the first things to talk about is who I've got with me up in the booth, Paul Press. Paul, you have exactly 10 seconds to give us a brief synopsis of why you're up here with us.
Well, I've decided after 86 football games of coaching in 3 years, my wife said I better take one season off, and I couldn't take a solid break, so this keeps me involved with high school football on Friday night, and I don't have to go to practices during the week.
Fantastic, 9.5 seconds. First down on the 20-yard line. Stockdale High School hands the ball off, first of all, right up to Edward Weber. Weber gets to the outside. He's gang tackled out there. Maybe gets 3 or 4 or 5 yards. We'll see. I don't know, did he get more than that, Paul?
He got about 3. Stockdale comes out, runs their what they call a stretch left. It's a quick toss. They get it out there and see what Weber can do. This kid Weber filling in for Shanahan. Shouldn't say filling in for Shanahan. He's a junior, and this kid can fly.
First carry by Weber. He's 5'11", 175-pound junior running back, linebacker, quarterback. It's Tom Brzezinski. We'll talk about Tom quite a bit. Up the gut. Here comes Stockdale Mustangs again. Edward Weber, second play, first down. You make a great point, Paul. You know, we say filling in because, hey, let's face it, Kenny Shanahan came into the season as the man. You can't shake that. However, there's so many talented kids that come out of Stockdale High every single year that when we talk about them losing players, hey, they're gaining new players every season.
Yeah, I can already tell Coach Showers has got his team. They're going to try to control the ball right here, and it looks like they're doing it. Look at this. Just strong running.
That's number 34. And I think already we have our first non-numbered jersey of the season, and it's on the 4th carry. His last name is Carlin, and for all of you Kern County family friends out there of number 34, Carlin, we'll try to find his right number if he's on our roster for us. I don't know him personally, but it looks like it's Carlin, number 34, on the carry. I formation, Tom Brzezinski, the 6-foot senior, hands the ball off to Weber. Weber gets outside again. He's tackled out there on the 43-yard line, but hey, last night I'm watching the Oakland Raiders and the Patriots. First series, the Raiders come out and score after 5 or 6 plays. I'm not saying that's what Stockdale's going to do, but hey, they were last night world champion Patriots. We look pretty good here, Stockdale coming out.
You know, they came out with a little bit of an attitude right now. They could tell. They've heard all the hype. They've heard it all. Coaches know this. Players know that. Stockdale players, I was at their practice on Monday. They're sick of the hype. They're coming out and taking it to BHS. They say, we're not going to run away from you. We're running at you.
First third down of the season. Look at this. 3rd and 2, and up the gut it was. Hey, Kern County, I'm going to find out this kid's name. I think it's Carlin as a last name. We'll try to find out the first name for you. Somehow that'll get to our trailer, and we'll figure that out. 1st and 10, Mustangs. Here it comes.
You know, I can't get I don't remember the kid's first name. I'll get it. But it is Carlin. You're correct on that, Vance. He's a junior. He's a tough, strong fullback. We'll probably also see him playing some linebacker for him.
Just under the 10-minute mark, first series for the Mustangs, first series of the game. We get to see Brzezinski in his first pass play, and it's knocked down out there by the big lineman, Stephen Gelmini. Hey, Kern County, don't think for a second that the Drillers aren't prepared for this. It might be a lot of hype from one end, but they'll back it up with sheer talent and, of course, some big size. For those of us that are here tonight, that are here on the sidelines, we can see the size of this line for BHS. We'll talk about that in a moment. 2nd and 10 from the BHS 48-yard line. Quarterback Brzezinski for the Mustangs. Hands it off to the left side. Here's Weber. Can he get outside? Can he break a few tackles? He breaks a few, but by that time, the linebackers for the Drillers come up, and it's a big hit out there by number 7, Austin Ferguson. That cat can lay it on him.
Yeah, big guys for BHS, real big. The Stockdale team is not as big as in weight-wise, but they're a strong, strong team. I've been in their weight room last year. I had the opportunity to coach with Stockdale, and I tell you, their head coach, Dave Boyd, he's always been a lifter. I've known Dave since 3rd grade, and this guy has always lifted, has always been strong, and he's got the Stockdale team believing right now. Coach Showers, the offensive coordinator, he's coming out, and he's not changing his game plan here. He's sticking with it, and it's working.
Big play, 3rd and 10. Brzezinski rolls right, play action. He's got action, he's got room. He's going to cut up and get this first down on his own. This Stockdale Mustang crowd, we call it the visiting crowd. They've traveled about 8 miles over to downtown Bakersfield, and they are stoked, Paul.
Here we go on this replay. They're going to roll him out. This is a naked boot here. Usually he'll usually have a, there it is. He's going to come out. He made the right decision here. Tom Brzezinski, the senior quarterback, gets his head upfield just like he's coached to do. Gets the first down.
1st and 10. Brzezinski and his Mustangs on the 37-yard line of the Drillers. Up the middle goes Carlin. A nice 5-yard run. He barrels ahead. 5 Drillers take him down on about the 36-inch line. 8.5 left in the first quarter. For you Brighouse Network subscribers, good for you. You're watching Kickoff game to the 2005 season. Brian Adams, my partner in time for many years, is down on the field. We hear he's got Shanahan, and we'll get a word with him in a few moments. A pleasure to have Paul Press up here. Hey, Paul, we're at the 8-minute mark in the first quarter. Mustangs looking strong.
Wow, this fullback, the junior fullback and the junior tailback is really getting it done for Stockdale. Oh, my gosh. Carlin and Weber. Wow. Man, I watched them play a little bit last year, but they've stepped up to the varsity level with behind the leadership of Brzezinski, number 1, their quarterback. I tell you, that was a great play on Brzezinski, getting his head upfield, stretching it out, then made the right decision to tuck the ball and get the first down. He knew he needed 10 yards. He got 11.5.
Well, we've had our first laundry of the season. Yellow flag, illegal motion on the Stockdale Mustangs. Coach Boyd runs a tight ship, and him and Coach Showers gave each other the eye over there and said, hey, let's tighten it up. Let's tighten things up. 7:57 in the first quarter. Mustangs marching. 2nd and 8. Brzezinski hands the ball off up the middle to number 30, I believe it is, Daniel Reese. If that's Daniel Reese, we'll see. I don't know if I got the number right. No, it's Weber again. He got hammered. Maybe a loss of 6 inches. Paul, here we go.
There we go. We're going to go dive right off there, there it is. They tried to go off guard there, and BHS, they send 3 or 4, and sometimes they'll send 2 or 3 in the same hole, and they went to the right hole, and Stockdale went to the wrong hole. It was that simple.
Big play, 3rd and 8. 36-yard line. Brzezinski rolls right. He's got a lot of protection. He lets it fly. If that's caught, it is a beautiful catch. Oh,
Emmanuel.
Goodness. That's Emmanuel Ojiraki. Let me tell you this. Ojiraki has put his fingers out there on this ball for the first time this season, and that won't be the last catch. Look at this, Kern County. Our Volvo Rinse replay.
We've got what we call a hitch or a comeback here. He gets to, this is a big-time play from a junior right here. He gets 11 yards. Once again, he gets to the 11 yards. How he's taught, he's practiced this and practiced this and practiced. Tom Brzezinski sets, hits his mark, fires, and the young junior, these juniors are stepped up for Stockdale right now. That was a great catch.
1st and 10, a huge catch by Ojiriaki. 1st and 10, Brzezinski hands the ball off to Weber. Weber up the middle, met hard, gets about 1 yard, but it's going to pay. Pretty soon we're going down to Brian Adams. Brian Adams found out something about the defensive changes already. Hey, Big B, are you down there? What do you have for us?
Yeah, I'm right here. And what BHS has done on the run adjustments, they've been getting beat up the middle. They put in Daniel Calvin and Justin Cheadle in the front, and you see Stockdale's having a little bit more difficult time trying to run the ball up the middle.
Brian, I was telling all our Kern County viewers, if you're at this game in person, you get firsthand awareness of how big this line is for BHS. 2nd and 7, Brzezinski might put the ball in the air. He does, across the middle. This is going to be picked off. What a huge play for the Drillers. Lamont Whitehead steps in. The ball is deflected, intercepted, and that is a huge plug in that Stockdale offense that was moving down the field. Paul Press.
Yeah, here we go. Instant replay. This is a little tight end pop pass here. They're trying to hit this guy in the seam right here. And defensive end there, Lamont Whitehead, drops off just far enough and gets his hand up there, picks it off. Great athletic move on his part. Brzezinski there, he made the right read, just maybe should have held the ball a second longer and let that clear out.
Kern County first look at BHS offense this year. The heralded Tyler Kay front page article, Bakersfield, Californian today. 6'1", 180-pound junior, a very successful freshman year and sophomore year. Here's his first carry, first play as a junior starting quarterback for the Drillers. He's taken down for a 1-yard loss. Let's go down to Brian Adams again. Brian, I'm going to work you all night. You've got Kenny Shanahan down with you. I know he'd like to be playing. What do you have for us?
Okay, I'm right here with Kenny Shanahan, and he's a big player. He goes both ways, safety and running back. Can you tell me, what does it feel not to be able to play in this game against the Drillers tonight?
It's depressing, but I got to keep motivated, keep my team motivated. They've been working their butt off, just trying to keep together, put play as a family. That's our biggest thing, is just play as a family. So.
Well, Kenny Shanahan knows very well that he'd like to be out there playing, but even though he's not playing, the defense has to step up as well. That was Seth Moore on what appears to be a 55-yard break. And Paul Press, if you're the Stockdale defense, you got to regroup instantly.
Right here, bend but don't break, and they usually tighten up inside the 20, what we call the red zone. That was a great run off tackle there by Seth Moore and popped it, but they'll be okay. They'll regroup here, settle down a little bit. They've got less room to work with.
Tyler Kay drops back, flare out to the right side. It's complete out there to number 12, Eric Johnson. Eric Johnson pulls one in, so you've got Tyler Kay who's run 3 or 4 plays. Granted, one of them's a 55-yard play, but he's already on the 24, 25-yard line of Stockdale High School. As we've said, Coach Boyd, excellent coach. He's got to know that the Drillers are going to get some big plays. It's just going to happen.
Well, that last play there, that BHS ran that little hitch route and caught Stockdale in what we call cover 3, where the corner's dropping off. He was already squatting it at 5 or 6 yards, and then he backpedaled out. That was the right call in that situation.
2nd and 1. Looks like Kay's in the shotgun. 2nd and 1, split backfield. Handoff goes up the middle. A nice-looking play out there. That looks like Antoine Robertson, and the flags are out. A late hit. And I'm sure we'll have a replay on this. Our Brighouse Networks crew will have our Volvo Rinse replay, and we'll see that this is the last thing that Coach Boyd wants to deal with right now.
Yeah, we'll see it here on the replay. What BHS runs here, what we call a dive speed option. They're going to run this dive. Now, the young junior quarterback, he'll carry this. If he sees the hole, he'll hand it off. If they close down, they run that inside gap, he'll hold it and run the option to the outside. Clovis West ran it very effectively last year against Stockdale.
Well. The Drillers are in the neighborhood on the sidewalk, and they are knocking on the door. It could be a first quarter score here after about 4 or 6 plays. You got some split wide out there. That's number 11. That's Jose Razo. Fumble. Could there be 2 turnovers in the first quarter, both in deep territory? Let's find out. That was a 1st and 6. And hey, Kern County, that noise you're hearing is the away crowd, Stockdale Mustang crowd. Paul Press, we're going to see our replay in just a second. Here we go.
Here we go. They're running that dive. Looks like a bad handoff right there. Never quite gets the ball tucked in there. Young junior quarterback held that a little bit. You've got to hold that out there, but he's got to make the quicker read and get the ball in that kid's hands there. Clean handoff. Stockdale capitalizes, scrambles off. I believe it was that junior number 34, Carlin, comes up with the ball.
1st and 10 Mustang ball. Stockdale is deep in their own territory. I mean, talking within the 5-yard line. I think they might be at the 6-yard line. And this big BHS Driller defensive line is looking to hold them there. We'll see. You're watching Brighouse Networks. Game 1, Week 1, Stockdale at BHS. Already excitement. Chance to welcome everybody here. We've got some great sponsors this year. Barber Honda, Crab Radio, Fox 98.5, and our replay company this year is Volvo Rents. They're responsible for these 2 big booms. If you don't know what booms are, we've got cameramen. Oh, I don't know. I'd say they're 60 feet in the air. I don't know how high you are over there, Phil, but he's up there quite a way. All he knows is he's level with the Bakersfield High School gym. Weber on the outside. Ooh, he almost broke that last tackle and turned it upfield. Nice carry by Weber. You like this kid, don't you?
I really like this young man. Look at this here. He's supposed to go off tackle. He's going to come off what we call the end of the line of scrimmage there. And he bounces it out even further and has the speed to get to the corner. I'm excited to see this kid once he gets around the corner, see if anybody's going to be able to catch him on this fast BHS team.
As we watch our replay, we've got live action. I'll try to bring you both. Weber cuts up field. This kid really has good balance. He has good vision. And granted, the Drillers are making good tackles, but every carry seems to be a gain for this young running back, Edward Weber. Every season that I start doing this, it seems like Stockdale's got another running back. 3 years ago, Brian Adams and I started the season off. A couple days after David Carr was drafted number 1 overall, we started the first game, BHS at Stockdale. First time they ever played. A young kid by the name of Francis Ojukwu made his arrival into Kern County football. And now it seems that Stockdale has another pair of great running backs. That was Carlin. Carlin bangs his way up. And Paul, I know that you would agree with me. They've got a nice tandem, speed, power, speed.
Yeah, we had almost the same thing here. We watched Carlin go off here on that Volvo instant replay here. He's just a power back. That's the same back. Last year we had a kid named Logan August,
right?
And he was built the same way. I mean, this kid was built, and they've got it, and they're working it right now. And that's Stockdale's MO.
3.5 left in the first quarter. That's James Shue, and he's trying to take it out to the left side, but the Drillers' speed on that defense, it's going to be tough all night long. When you getting to know Coach Gola, getting to talk to Coach Gola, I saw practice yesterday, and as you say, and I agree, very intense fellow. And, the Gruden look-alike thing, that's an easy one, but I think that I just think he's got these kids believing in themselves. He's got them fired up, and it shows already in the pursuit on the ball.
Yeah, it sure does. These guys are swarming to the ball, and I saw that Tuesday at practice. Made the comment that the way they swarm, it's amazing. And definitely, I was impressed with him 3 years ago when I met him. And, we sit and talked for probably 2.5 hours, and he went over the 3-5 defense with me. And
that's the voice of Paul Press. We'll get into a few of the in and outs of Paul's experience and his background. Let's go down to Brian Adams. He's on his home turf, the BHS side. Brian, what do you have for us down there, big guy?
Well, right now I have Brad Van Rukel, the athletic director for Bakersfield High. Brad, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions about bringing in Coach Gola. What did you expect him to bring to this team?
With Coach Gola, we were excited about the opportunity to bring some discipline to our boys. We were excited about his weight training program. And to be honest, I'm hoping the weight training program is going to expand into our track program and into our basketball program. So we're just, overall, we're looking to increase our athletic ability on all the playing fields and courts.
And that's a great point, because one thing that I've noticed in the city this year is just the fever that's been around Bakersfield High football that we haven't seen in some time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Our friends at the Californian have been helping us out, and it is exciting. We got old alumni who are calling us up. How can we help? That's fun. Coach Gola is bringing a lot of enthusiasm back to the Drillers.
Thank you, Mr. Van Rukel.
All right,
3rd and 5. Thank you, Brian. Big play. In motion goes Weber, the dangerous running back. Cuts across the middle. The pass is an errant pass. Brzezinski, I think, didn't get the communication he wanted between himself, his receivers, and his back. He looked over at offensive coordinator Showers. Just didn't seem that it was pieced together that well.
No, what they're running there is a quick out from the slot guy there, and then they'll run that underneath him. They'll run that slant and try to go for the big. I take that. I was wrong. He's not a junior. He's a sophomore. Big receiver there, and he just overthrew him. He just released the ball, went a little high, and was a little behind him.
The wide receiver and free safety, Tyler Skeels, is punting, so we'll think about that later on when they're in midfield. You never know. A fake punt could be in the works.
This kid here, Skeels, he's got quite a leg. I know he was in camp this summer with the BC coach, Lorenzo Alvarez, who's also the kicking coach for the Blitz.
Takes a bounce at about the 36-yard line. A BHS player awfully close to that football. Not quite sure why. 2:44 left in the first quarter. This is Brighouse Network's high school football game of the week. This is Vance Palm alongside Paul Press. I get my first chance to drop in my gratuitous Arvin High School drop. One of my longtime colleagues and sports enthusiasts and fellow athletes, David Combs, up here. We played a lot of hoop together, played a lot of baseball together. He gave me a pair of glasses for already messing up a couple of names. Thank you, David. First and 10. Tyler Kay gets another shot here. He brought these guys all the way down the 6-yard line before he had a fumble. Uh-oh, goodness gracious. BHS just keeps it coming. That's Justin Jackson, a 5'9 senior, 190-pounder. Hey, Paul, that's a 35-yard gain right off the bat.
Seth Moore. Oh, what we had here was number 21, Seth Moore.
Was that Seth Moore?
Yeah, that was Seth Moore. Just going off tackle there, inside tackle, making a nice move inside. Look at that. He makes three moves within a short little area there. Very shifty back. I like this kid. He's got good speed and he's got good vision. He's making some nice reads coming up to that line.
First and 10, 45-yard line of Stockdale High School. They're already in Mustang territory. First play of the second series. Tyler Key drops back. A flick off over to number 23. Oh, goodness. He's got a big hole. A great move. That's Terrell Young. He's a senior, 5'10", 175-pounder. He's stoked. He's fired up. Give me the ball again. I want the ball again. Hey, these guys are making things happen. Though it looked like there was no hole. He cuts up and gets another 10 yards.
Man, once again, BHS puts him in one play, and the kid makes it happen. Very shifty running back here from side to side. Just shifty. It's hard when you're a big guy and you're down on that D-line. Not that I'm a big guy, I wouldn't know, but these big D-linemen are trying to catch that little guy. It makes it difficult.
Second and 1, 35-yard line.
Look at this big tight end. There he is, number 81.
Across the middle. Oh, he's got a guy out there. That's Trevon Johnson. Trevon Johnson down to the 20-yard line. You were talking to me before we even went on camera about the talented offensive tight end they have and what he can do for this team. And sure enough, look at this kid. Hey, Kern County. He's 6'3", 250. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, Paul.
Here we go. The tight end, little pop pass. He runs a seam route. What I'm telling you is he runs straight upfield. They wait for those linebackers to step up. That play action, they hit this. This kid is for real tight end. I'm telling you, this kid's going to go somewhere. He is big. He's got good hands and good size. I saw him line up.
2 straight 10-yard gains. Terrell Young wrapped up there at about the 15, 16-yard line. You've got Stockdale High School that opens up the game. First series, they run down, great catch, great plays. They go all the way down into deep BHS territory. Interception thrown off the hands of Tom Brzezinski. BHS marches down to the 5-yard line. A muffed handoff, and Stockdale gets the ball, marches all the way back down to midfield. But then BHS makes some punt, and now that's where we're at. 54 seconds left in the first quarter. That's the Stockdale 17-yard line you're looking at. Here comes Tyler Kay. Tyler Kay hands the ball up the middle. Hey, Kern County, looks like our first touchdown of the 2005 season, and that's what it is. Seth Moore up the gut. That was sweet.
Yeah, this is a little, what we call against the grain here. You'll see him start off on the left side here, and he shifts back and comes off the center's right in between the right guard and the center here. Slides through. When we watch him run here, he almost turns sideways, makes himself real thin going through the line of scrimmage, then squares his shoulders back and hits the gap, and he's gone there. Makes one last guy miss, and there it is, touchdown. BHS up on top.
Extra point attempt by Derek Thompson. It's up, the hold, it's good. 7-0 Bakersfield High School. So on their second series, they do walk through the door on their second series down in the end zone. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay of the touchdown, Paul.
Yeah, here we go. They go counter here. He starts him on the left and comes back to the right side of the ball. Stockdale overplays a little bit on the right. He cuts back against the grain, makes himself thin going through the hole, squares his shoulders back out, skips to that one last tackle, and he's in the end zone. I'm real impressed with these BHS running backs. We're seeing great running backs on both sides of the ball. Stockdale's got a pair, BHS has a pair, and even more. We're looking at two very, very good teams. BHS playing their first game of the season. They're going to cough that ball up a little bit, and they probably got all the bugs worked out now. Looks like the young quarterback, Tyler, is there doing his job now. He's settled in. He's comfortable. He's on the varsity field, and he knows he belongs there now.
Let's talk about the head coach for the Stockdale Mustangs. That's Dave Boyd. His assistant coaches, Brad Showers, Matt Love, Robert Roca, Scott Sword. Bakersfield High School coaches, Paul Gola, Mario Milan, Jim Scritchfield, Lance McCullough, Sean McKean, Jacob Stubbe, Pete Mitchell, and Ethan Beck. Excellent coaching staffs on both sides of the football field. Here we go, 42 seconds left in the first quarter. BHS already up 7-0. I know Brian Adams is over there stoked on his sidelines. We'll get to him in a moment. The kickoff, it's up, it's deep.
And
it's out of here again. So Stockdale had the ball, 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Hey, let's talk a little bit about Volvo Rents, our replay corporation for the season of 2005. They want to be involved in high school football. They want to be involved in the community. And the gentleman that runs this company got with Brighouse Networks and said, I know how I can help you. I've got these booms. I'll hoist up your cameramen 60-something feet in the air. You're going to have great shots. Look at this shot, Kern County. This is big time. So we're really excited to have Volvo Rents on as our replay company of the season. Also like to thank Crab Radio, 98.5 Fox, and Barber Honda. Our high school football player of the week will be presented at the end of this game. Barber Honda, our sponsor for the season. 1st and 10 Mustangs might have some encroachment on the drillers. They're, of course, pointing their hand to the offensive line. We know that dance at the line. It's always this guy, it's that guy, it's this guy, it's that guy, Paul.
Yeah. Well, it's sad when your players don't point. They're telling the ref, oh, look, it was me, sorry. We don't, of course, as I'm saying, we as coaches, we don't instruct them and tell them to point. Of course not, we would never do anything like that. But you just don't want to, you tell them, hey, become a little bit of an actor there at least. Let's see if we can get one here.
First down, 15 to go until the next first down for the Mustangs. 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Looks like Brzezinski's giving good hard counts. He's getting that driller line to jump a little bit. They caught themselves this time. The handoff goes up the middle. Nothing really truly happening there. Brings up 2nd and, 14.
Yeah. What I'm really impressed with is, and I said he was a junior earlier, and he's not. He's a sophomore.
Who are you talking about, big guy?
That's the big receiver, number 21 for Stockdale, Emmanuel Ojeriaki.
That's easy for you to say, big guy.
Yeah, well, I had to practice that all week. I had to ask him Monday at practice. He wasn't there at Stockdale. I didn't get to work with this kid last year. I coached receivers last year. I didn't get to work with him. He looks good.
2nd and 17, Brzezinski drops back. It has a man open, lets it go. He has, and he just flared him out a little too much. He did have Zachary Ochoa open out there. It looks like the receivers coach over there having a word with him, just saying we almost had it. It was almost there. Brzezinski does have a nice arm. He floated that out just perfectly.
Yeah, Brzezinski's worked really hard in the offseason. I had a chance to coach him last year as a junior.
Tell us a bit about your Stockdale experience so we know where you're coming from.
I tell you, it was a great I've been coaching for almost 20 years. And it was one of the better years I've ever had, not just because of the record. I got to be around not only a friend, but a very good coach with Coach Boyd, Dave Boyd. Brad Showers is a great offensive coordinator, and they've taught me a lot,
Big play, 3rd and 17. We'll get back to that. Across the middle, a nice play, nice throw, and it's a well-caught ball out there to about the 27-yard line. It's going to be a little too close to take that risk. It was a nice catch out there by Tim Armstrong. I don't believe they gave him the first down. It's awfully close. We might have a measurement. We'll find out when we come back. The end of the first quarter is down 7-0. Drillers up on Stockdale. You're watching Brighouse Network's high school football game of the week, Week 1. Stockdale at BHS. Back with the second quarter in a moment.
Thousands of Kern County residents are realizing just what satellite is really worth. With Brighouse Networks, you get more. Local channels and local programming, movies and favorites on demand, high-speed internet, and the DVR, all without a long-term contract. Try that with satellite. Join over 4,500 of your neighbors and dump the dish for Brighouse Networks. Call 323-4892 to make the smart move today.
Honey, Are you gonna do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Kern County Brighouse Network subscribers, welcome back. If you've just come back from the fridge or the bathroom, nice to have you back beginning of the second quarter. In a few moments, we're going to go down to Brian Adams. He's got something special for us. Brzezinski rolls left on a keeper. Oh, look at this big, tall quarterback run. He gets himself up to about the 36-yard line. That's a nice run.
Man, that's a gutsy call by offensive coordinator Brad Showers, and he goes for it. You know, that right there tells you everything. A coach has shown confidence in his line, shown confidence in his senior quarterback. We watched Brzezinski come over after he gets that. He's pumped up. He is pumped up and ready to go. Look at him run back out, put the play in. That's a big call.
Kern County, that was 4th and 3, by the way. 4th and 3, huge play. Now it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, the ball goes to Weber. Weber up the middle. Weber still running. Look at this cat.
That right there is weight room. Watch this kid's legs. Just churning.
Edward Reber up the middle on
Here we
our
go.
Volvo Rents replay. This cat comes right up the gut. He doesn't stop the legs. Looks like Earl
1,
Campbell.
2, 3 guys. 4th guy comes in. Legs keep going. That right there is weight room. That's heart and weight room. Right
Brian
there.
Adams. Now I know why you want to be down on the field. You've always got all the action. Talk to me, Brian.
We're here with Jeff from the Brand Booster Club, and they're going to be raffling off a chopper on October 21st, 2005. And Jeff, where can you get this beautiful chopper at?
You can get tickets at the Eagle Riders. They're on White Lane, or any Band Booster, or you can call 204-3698. We'll have tickets here at every home game, so you can get them here and take a chance to win you this beautiful chopper.
Well, Jeff, that's not a good plan. Vance, you have to get your own, buddy.
Oh, Brian, listen, you know, this whole negotiation for you going down the fields this year, I'm the lucky recipient of Paul Press, but I know you. Halftime, you're going to be eating tri-tip, you're going to be drinking soda, you're going to be meeting all the TV personnel. I got you figured out, B. Hey, another first down out there by the Stockdale Mustangs. A nice out flare, but didn't happen. Overthrown. That was Derek King waiting for it. He's a 150-pounder, and the reason I know that is that the athletic secretary at Stockdale High School, wonderful lady, she gave me some great information and faxed me the rosters, and she called me back. She goes, Vance, it says that Derek King weighs 5 pounds. He weighs a little more. That's Mrs. Easter out there at Stockdale High School. Thank you. There's the pass, a little overthrown, but Brzezinski, he's going to get his timing worked out, and Coach Showers is going to keep him throwing the ball. I know that. So there's Coach Showers.
Yeah, and he's going to stay calm with his quarterback here. Brzezinski is a senior, but this is his first year starting as a varsity quarterback. Right there on that last play, it looked like he's not getting his depth with his first step coming out, and that's something we worked with Tom last year. He's going to have to get more depth.
2nd and 10, muffed handoff, broken play. Brzezinski rolls right. He's going to have to turn it up himself. He gains about 2 yards, 3 yards, but after having come over to the sidelines and gone face-to-face with Coach Showers, disappointing. You can see it on Brzezinski's face. He's like, hey, I walk over here, I get with my offensive coordinator, and we don't get it worked out. They will eventually, but some of the growing pains right now, the early parts of the season.
Here we go. Looks like their package, they're going to come in here. We're going to see what we call a silver package. Looks like Stockdale, Coach Showers is going to run what he calls a silver. Everybody, all the coaches watch film, so I'm not giving anything away, but we're going to see trips. We're going to see trips over here. Don't worry, Coach Showers.
3 spread.
Right.
3 spread on the left
3
side.
on one side.
3rd and 8, and now we've got laundry. Was it a delay of game? And if so,
too many guys. Too many guys.
Too many players. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yikes.
Yeah. Too many guys broke from the huddle. As I said, he calls silver. Young Carlin, and it's Daryl Carlin is his first name.
Thank you, by the way, Paul.
Darryl.
Appreciate you scooping up that name
Young
for us.
Carlin, someone didn't relay to him that they were in silver package. Silver means trips in Stockdale's lingo. Fullback comes out. They were putting 3 receivers out to the left. You can only have 1 back, and it looks like they kept their tailback in, and the fullback didn't come out. But here we go.
Another shot at the silver. Now 3rd and 13. Brzezinski rolls left. He's got good protection. A nice one. He launches it up. He has a man across the middle. Overthrows Tim Armstrong. I'm impressed with the arm of Brzezinski. He's going to be harnessing in the accuracy as we go. But let me be the first person to say, Kern County, this kid is going to be a good quarterback. He's really going to help this program. 4th and 13, I think they're going to have to put it in the air.
Yeah, as I said, Tom worked really hard over the summer, became a lot stronger, and really got in the weight room, went to some quarterback camps, has great parents support him. It's a great program over at Stockdale, and these kids are given everything, the opportunity to succeed, and they will succeed.
Hey, he's number 1, literally.
Yes.
4th and 13.
Here we go. We get to see skills. This kid has a leg. Nice scoop. Good athletic move. Look at this punt.
He puts it in the corner. This is going to be Philip Thomas. It's Phyllis Thomas. Is he going to scoop it up? Is he going to? Oh my goodness! Phyllis Thomas touches the ball, picks it up, and it's got to be Stockdale football.
Hey, wow, that's a big mistake.
Oh,
big mistake on 15.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, as it was taking place, as it was evolving, I was watching Philip Thomas, number 15 there, and he was watching the ball roll down to the end of the football field, and as we see here, Paul, in our Volvo replay, it's scooting along, and at the very last second, he decides to come in, and oh my goodness.
First varsity game.
Brian Adams on the field has just scooped up some information for us. This is his first varsity game, and I can only imagine that Coach Gola believes in this kid. He's a 6'11", he's a 6'1" junior.
This is great coaching. The kid's now in the game. They didn't pull him out.
For some reason, I thought that Stockdale was giving the ball. They had
looked
players
like
running
Stockdale
off the
touched
field.
the ball first. As soon as Stockdale guy touched it, that's down.
Kern County, our fault. Looked like it had hit his ankle, and then Stockdale recovered, and the players ran off the sidelines as if they had. However, they did not. And a great move, as you say, by Gola, keeps him in the game.
Yeah, keeps this young man in. He almost made a mistake.
Here we go. Our Brighouse Network's through.
We're going to look.
Oh,
it's pretty close. That's a pretty close call.
Let me just say this, Kern County. This will be one of the things that they discuss tonight in the pizza parlors and in the living rooms. But when you're there and you're the referee and you've got to make the call, they made it. They were adamant. They stuck with it. Nice job by our referees.
Yes.
2nd and 8 now. Stockdale's getting fired up on D.
And I'll give the referee this. That guy was in position. We're way up here on top. He's right there on top, and it was a bang-bang play. Almost looked like a baseball play, And these guys get it right. 99, I'd say 98 times out of 100, they'll get it right. Even though when I'm on the sideline, I never agree with that.
2nd and 7 is what our scoreboard says. 8:25 left, or 8:20 left here in the first half. What a beautiful night. This is the quintessential Friday night football night anywhere, let alone Kern County. Great weather. Tyler K rolls back. He's from his own end zone. He lofts up a beautiful, perfect spiral. It's going to be collected out there. Above all people, number 15, Philip Thomas. Brian Adams down on the sidelines. We're going to run the replay here, and then we'll go down to Brian Adams. Paul, talk about this beautiful pass out there by Tyler K.
Sets his feet, lets it fly, goes up top to the big, young wide receiver, comes back down. This is good coaching. Left the kid in the game, let a chance to redeem himself.
Well, Brighouse Networks, you're getting exquisite coverage from our booms and our cameras and our booms. Brian Adams, just after this play, 1st and 10 midfield. I'd like to hear about your knowledge of this young kid, Philip Thomas, who almost made a blunder and now makes a big catch. Up the gut, the drillers, nothing happening. Brian Adams, what do you know about Philip Thomas?
Well, Vance, one of the things you're talking about is talking about a young kid's junior first game that has unlimited potential. His ability to make the big plays is why he's the punt returner. And the one thing you're going to see with him, he made the mistake, but Vance, his big play ability, that's what separates him. And I think that's the difference between this year's team and last year's team from the wideout spot. You have a difference maker at that wideout spot.
Great point, Brian. Thank you very much. 2nd and 9. Boy, I love having Big B in the field down there. This is nice. I formation, 2nd and 9. Ball press, you're looking on pensively. A little thought out here to the left, to the right side. A floater out to Philip Thomas. Nice idea if it's completed.
Yeah, that's what I was staring at. You caught me staring, and I went back, and I thought I was coaching again. I'm up here, and last year I was up on top for Stockdale, so I'm sitting here looking at it, and I'm going, uh-oh. Didn't look like the DBs, the corners, and the safety adjusted too well to that slot. Looked like they were outnumbered in the triangle. We'll in your mind, you build a triangle, and you never want to be outmanned or outnumbered in that triangle when you're covering. And it looked like if they complete that, he was going to get some yardage. Luckily, on Stockdale's side, they didn't complete it. Unlucky for BHS.
We've got a timeout on the field. 7:09 left in the half. You are watching Brighouse Network's high school football game of the week. Exclusive coverage only on Brighouse Networks. I'll tell you what, we've got the Barber Honda Player of the Game Award to go out at the end of the game. The prestigious constituents that we have, myself, Paul Press, Brian Adams, and our director, Bernie Johnson, will give us input and insight, and we'll make that selection, and we have nice awards to go out on behalf of Barber Honda. Once again, we timeout on the field. Stockdale Mustangs, hey, they've looked good too. They've got some bright spots tonight.
Oh, certainly. It's expected. This is a team that went 12-1 last year. Everybody talks about all the seniors that left. Hey, we had some great, and I say we because I got to be lucky with Stockdale last year, but we had some great young players, and they're up here showing that they belong on this field. All the hype with BHS, and BHS is a good team, but Stockdale is a good team, and they belong on this field. Uh-oh, we're in trouble here.
3rd and 9. Tyler K throws it up. Could be picked off. Oh, my goodness. It's not picked off. It's caught out there by Eric Johnson. The ball was underthrown substantially, but it was one of those, typical moments where the receiver spots it, comes back, makes the catch, but it should have been intercepted, but was not. What are you going to say? 1st and 10, driller ball.
Well, here's what happened. Right here, the corner, number 3, Solis, he gets his eyes caught in the backfield. The receiver keeps going. All of a sudden, he makes a good heads-up play. He turns, doesn't look at the ball, and gets back there, number 3.
Eric Johnson made that catch. 1st and 10, drillers not in the neighborhood yet, but getting close. They're on the 24-yard line. Handoff. No, it's a fake. Tyler K keeps the ball, breaks a couple tackles. If he breaks one more, ooh, boy. Tyler K has got some nifty footwork. We know about his talent. He fooled me on the play action, faked the pitch, kept the ball. We go up to the 10-yard line. Hey, it's 1st and 10 from the 10. They're most definitely in the neighborhood now, Paul.
Yeah, right there on this play. The defensive end down on Stockdale's side here, he misplayed that. He pinched it too much, gave it up. He's got to go after the quarterback there. He slanted down and tried to stop that dive, and then let Tyler get around the corner there. When it's on that, now the poor corner and the outside backers 2-on-1 there.
1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. This pensive Stockdale crowd over here. A pitch out to the corner. Look at this footwork. Hey, Kern County, another talented fumble. It's loose, and it probably is going to end up just like I thought I saw. Touchdown, Bakersfield High School. What a break for the Drillers. Terrell Young had the ball stripped from him. The ball was so close to being in the hands of a Mustang. It falls short of a Mustang hands, and it's a Driller touchdown. 13-0 BHS.
Well, you look at here, and that's when you look up at the football gods and you go, come on, give us a break. First of all, this whole drive starts, if we remember, back there on a bang-bang call, as I call it, because the Stockdale guy barely touches the ball before young number 15 there almost makes the big mistake and gives Stockdale the ball. So BHS starts way back on their 1, and here Stockdale almost had a chance to get that and
on
take
the
it
one.
away.
On the one. So
and,
98 yards of circumstance takes place in between the football field there on this drive, but let's hand it to Coach Gola and his Drillers. Here's our replay touchdown from the Volvo Rinse replay.
It's something they've been running. Here's a little toss. Great move. Breaks 2 tackles. 3rd tackle there. Ball gets stripped. And look at here. This right here is coaching. This right here is coaching. He instilled it. Coach Gola instilled in these Drillers. Do not give up. Do not give up. Hey, they were following that runner. The linemen were downfield. They kept going. They wanted to get to the end zone themselves. Those linemen, they don't get a whole lot of glory. So how do you get on TV? Stand beside the running back when he scores. Well, so they were there, and that's why BHS gets that touchdown, because their linemen didn't give up. They just didn't block their guys. They continue to get there.
I saw on Wednesday's one of the local telecasts did a special on how Wednesday is compliment day for Coach Gola and the Drillers. They spend all day complimenting. Well, compliment to you, Coach Gola. You've got your guys looking pretty good here in the first half. As well, Coach Boyd has his Mustangs as tough as ever. It's going to be a great ball game here in the second half. Brian made a great point. The big play capability of the Drillers. It's been something that they've been lacking in last year. Didn't have the guy to make the big play. I think Brian's right on there. They've got guys now that can step up, make a big play, and change a game just like that.
I tell you, big play guys are important at any level. I don't care if it's high school, college, pro. arena, you always need that guy that's going to break it. You know, last year we had a couple guys that would break it. Of course, Francis Ojukwu, Garrett Anthony, Mike Jones, list goes on and on. Logan August. We had a lot of kids last year that would break it. You know, BHS didn't have that breaking away thing. This year they do. And this is a team that the Valley's looking at them, and they're sending out a signal. Great kick.
Another long kick by the Drillers, and Justin Lay just simply can't return it. We're at 6:03 left in this first half. You're watching Bright House Network's exclusive coverage of the high school football game of the week. Stockdale Mustangs visiting the home squad of Bakersfield High School Drillers, one of the most storied and the most successful high school football program in the state. There's a shot of Coach Boyd, one of his assistants, and they're just talking through a few things. A lot of football left here, and this is a very, very important drive. They've got to chew up some time here, eat this clock up in the rest of the first half with 6 minutes left, and get some positive yardage. They've been doing it. They can do it again. 1st and 10, 6:03 left in the first half.
Stockdale comes out with a double tight set, big line, trying to go at it, and as you said, man, eat up some clock, try to get down and get some points on the board. You don't want to go in down, goose egg. That's not good, especially when they came out on that opening drive of the game.
Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, Paul.
They go out in a double tight formation, two-back set, just trying to outnumber the point of attack here. BHS with that new defense, giving them some fits.
2nd and 9.
You know, look at this BHS defense. They line up 2 yards off the ball, and then all of a sudden their angles and their pursuit, it's hard to block. It's something these kids don't normally see every night. I mean, every Friday night, normally you might see a 5-3 or a 4-3 or 4-4.
That was Edward Weber with the carry, and just like that, it's 3rd and 9. Drillers defense backing up what their offense has been able to do. I see Brian walking the sidelines right down in front of us, and we're on the Stockdale side here. I'm sure most of the Kern County residents have been to a game at Bakersfield High School Driller Stadium here at Griffith Stadium. Our announcer's booth is on the visitors side up on top. I see Brian scurrying through. Brzezinski drops back, 3rd and 8, throws it across the middle. Oh, just over the hands of number 31, Tim Armstrong. It looked good. Everything looked good about it, just a tad high.
Yeah, it's just a tad high. And I'm sure Coach Showers is going to point this out and talk to him a little bit. Normally when a ball is a tad high like that, what happens is your quarterback's overstriding and trying to compensate with his legs. When you overstride like that, your hips are going to go forward, which means your elbow goes out in front, which means the point of the ball goes up. Usually that's what we look for. We'll talk to the quarterback when he comes back like that. Hey, calm down a little bit. Get your feet underneath you. You want a boxer stance. You don't want to be wide open when you release that ball.
4th and 8.
Out in front.
4th and 8. Again, Tyler Skills had a lot of punts tonight already. I believe it's his 4th punt already. And here we go again. Terrell Phillips, if he gets a chance to pick it up, he's going to do it. I think this time he's figured out, you know what, I'm not coming close to that baby. Great field position for the Drillers. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of their own side. 4.5 minutes left. I think we've all seen enough of this Driller offense to now know that 4.5 minutes is enough time for them to score, just as it was a very important offensive set for the Mustangs of Stockdale. This is a very, very big defensive set for the Mustangs as well.
Well, I tell you right now, they have 60 yards. They've got backs that can run 60 yards in 6 seconds, so it might only take them 6 seconds here. Stockdale's not careful here. I don't see it happening. Stockdale cannot afford to give up a touchdown here. BHS, let's see what they do.
Tyler K, big hole in the middle. If he gets outside, we might not even have to talk about that because it looks like it's going to happen. Oh, boy, Tyler K with his own carry, his fancy footwork, his quick read. He gets, a 65-yard touchdown. I was going to go down to Brian Adams and talk to Brian Adams about the importance of Stockdale holding this.
Now, if you see this here.
Go ahead, Brian.
Well, Vance, you're exactly right, Vance. And one thing we just talked about off the air is making a big stop for Stockdale. But you see right now, I think BHS has a quarterback that has some serious ability to run and throw. And with that deadly combination, it could be a lot of pressure being put on the rest of the foes this year.
Well, for those of you that were prescient enough to read that Bakersfield, California article, You could see where he had, by the way, the field goal is good, 21-0. This Tyler Kay, this quarterback, had a T-shirt on in the photo, and he says, hey, something about get your tickets to the gun show. He had arrows pointing at both arms. I haven't seen any ambidextrous talents, but forget about the arm. This kid can run, and that's always very scary at the high school level with a good running quarterback.
Well, he makes a great decision here. Makes a great decision. Instead of handing it off, he reads. He's reading that defensive line. Does a great job here. Breaks it out to his left. Makes one more move. Gets outside those linebackers there, and then it's a foot race. Tyler Skill's not able to catch him on that angle there. He also showed a little bit of speed in that open field. Because I can tell you right now, that free safety for Stockdale, he's no slouch. That kid has some speed too. And Tyler just took off and ran from him. Tyler Kay showing his speed in the open field.
21-0 BHS leads here in the first half. When I walked into the stadium this evening, I saw Brian Adams and Paul Press over on the sidelines, and I saw my good friend Mark Hance, athletic director at Stockdale High School. I know Brian's going to try to run into him here a little bit later. And I said, hey, let's talk about your Mustangs. He said, Vance, great bunch of kids, a little young, but we're going to get there.
Yeah, and they are a little young. But you know what? They're not going to give up. There's still 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in this first half. Stockdale's going to come out and try to put together a drive here, go up positive at halftime, go in positive, and come back out. Coming back out in a positive attitude, and that's what it's all about. These are still young men. Anything can happen. There's still a lot of football game left. Hey, this is high school football. Anything can happen.
Here's the kickoff, and if my guess is right, he won't be taking it out. He's trying to. Justin Lay's trying to tippy-toe it out so he can get that ball down the field, but he just won't be able to run back these long-legged kicks of Derek Thompson at Bakersfield High School. 4:19 left in the first half. It's 21-0. BHS has been very impressive on both sides of the ball. Both teams have had some real bright spots, and this early in the season, you try to accentuate the positives, take what's going well, and try to move with it. This big BHS line has done their job. They've been opening up the holes on offense. They've been in heavy pursuit on defense. Let's see if Stockdale can muster up a nice drive here. 4:19 left. They want to most certainly work this clock. Brzezinski looks, pumps. He's got a good cock and go, and he goes, oh, almost. He cocked it once, released it another time. Emmanuel Ojeriaki just couldn't pull it down. I think we'll get a Volvo Rents replay on this, but that throw was pretty much on the money. Just great defense.
Yeah, here we go. He sets, gets the pump fake, what we call a wheel route here, a 10-yard out, and then he turns it up. Has to come back a little bit for the ball, but the sophomore showing his skills out here playing with the juniors and seniors. Wow. And there it is. Stockdale has the capability. They have a couple guys that can make the big play. They almost had it there. We'll come out and see what they do here.
2nd and 10, I formation, split receiver on the left side. Brzezinski, it's going to be a quarterback option. He decides to keep it. Takes a big hit, but keeps on running, and that was a much-needed 8-yard gain for the Mustangs. And Brzezinski, the clock keeps running. Coach Showers opens it up first play. If it scores, they're back in it. If they don't, clock stops. Now they're starting to run that clock. They're below the 4-minute mark. It's going to be a big third, and it looks like 4, I would say. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, we'll see something here. I would assume that he's going to let Brzezinski, a senior quarterback, get out in space and create here. We'll see what they run here. But I wouldn't be surprised if he lets him do a semi-rollout and let him create a little bit. If it's open, Tom, he's smart enough. He'll drop that ball. Here we go. He's checking out a little bit here. A little tap on the helmet. Might just be a fake.
Brzezinski lobs one up again. This one's Ojeriaki. Hey, what a nice grab right there at the 45-yard line. And this Stockdale crowd, the ball almost looked like it was in slow motion, so it was coming up about head high with us, and this crowd was waiting and gasping, and he makes a great catch. And that is, again, Emmanuel Ojeriaki.
Yeah, here we go. We see Brzezinski take the 3-step, lays it out there. Right before that, we see him come to the line, and he sees the corner playing him tight. So he reaches over, and he checks it out and taps it. Taps out. Young Emmanuel sees it, runs the go route, as we say, the go route, completes it.
Ball goes up the middle to Darryl Carlin. He's met immediately, dropped for about a 6-inch loss, and Brian Adams makes a great point down there in the field. He's right down there with him head high, and they do have a size disadvantage or a size advantage for the Stockdale Mustangs. So you've got a 6'3" receiver going out against a 5'9 DB. We'll see if that plays into Coach Showers, offensive coordinator, mind for the Stockdale Mustangs. 2.5 minutes left. What a vintage moment. The trains passing by on the north side of the field. Doesn't get any better than this. Second and 10. Again, the matchup at the line. Ojeriaki being met at the line. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. Oh, he didn't get rid of the ball, so it's not. But, wow, I'll need your expertise on this, Paul Press.
Yeah, that still should be a flag there. He's beyond 5 yards down.
Let me paint it for you, Kern County. Emmanuel Ojeriaki makes a cut to the outside, cuts back into the middle. He's mugged on the way back to the outside again on what's like a Z pattern. No flag. Is it because, you won't see it in this shot, but I think Brzezinski's looking at him like, oh my gosh, he's going to be wide open. Then he gets mugged in the open field. Was the penalty not called because he didn't throw? I don't know why.
No, the penalty should have been called. He was downfield. I thought there should have been a flag, but you know what? That's one out of how many calls tonight?
You got it. You're absolutely right. 3rd and 6. Lay in motion. Brzezinski fakes the handoff. Up the middle. Brave call. Gets maybe enough for the first down. Did he get it?
Looks like they got it.
Oh, what a call. Up the gut on a 3rd and 6 call. 1st and 10, and they're moving the ball down. They've got 1:25 left here in the first half.
Here we go on that instant replay, Volvo instant replay. We see Lay coming at what we call fly motion. The key to this is the snap of the ball. Tom Brzezinski, once again, senior quarterback, snaps the ball at the right time. Everybody thinks that's a great run, which it was a great run. But this right here, 125 left, 125 left. Coach Showers knows he's got a couple of timeouts left. They're discussing this. Coach Boyd's over there on his left ear. Coach Boyd knows the clock management. We had signals last year, and last year I'd be in Showers' ears a little bit. At this point, I would pretty much be quiet. Coach Showers is a veteran coach. He knows what he's doing here.
Brzezinski rolls to the right, looking across the field. Oh, my goodness, he had a man open. The ball just didn't make it, and the Stockdale crowd lets out a big, loud, oh! Emmanuel Ojeriaki was open. Cross-field pass, didn't get there. Now, with 1:09, the good thing is the clock stops. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Exciting finish to this first half for our first game of the season. We'll talk a little bit more about the upcoming games in the second half of this football game. BHS scored 3 touchdowns already in this first half. Their offense seems to be clicking. I wouldn't say on all cylinders. They've had a few hiccups, not that many, but they're looking pretty good. Right now, 2nd and 10 for the Stockdale Mustangs. $1.09 left. Brzezinski drops straight back. It's going to be a screenplay out to Weber. Weber goes out to the left side. He's met immediately out there by number 3, Billy Ross. Billy Ross been playing varsity now for 3 years, and he's been laying the helmet in there for a long time. What a hit by Billy Ross. Basically no gain.
You know, on that right here, here's where BHS is at an advantage. They run a 3-5 defense, meaning 3 down linemen. They put a nose guard and 2 defensive ends. Then they'll bring a linebacker from somewhere. They always bring at least 4, much like a 4-3. But here, they did bring 4, but they have so many linebackers, and they're flying to the ball. It's very hard to pass against this 3-5. Here we go. We see the silver package here. Trips to the right.
3rd and 10. 3-man split to the right. 1 man on the backfield. That's Weber. Brzezinski across the middle. A perfect strike. Oh, goodness. Tough break right through the arms of Emmanuel Ojeriaki. We happen to be up here at a perfect vantage point. That ball went right through the arms of this talented young player here. Here's our Volvo Rentals instant replay. We see Brzezinski drop back. Look at this pass, Kern County. Boom.
Yeah. What we have here.
Nice pass.
We had trips to the right. The number 1 receiver, Emmanuel there, he makes the slant. The number 2 and 3 receiver, that was, I believe, Timmy Armstrong out there, along with Emmanuel. They run what we call sweeps out to the right there, trying to get the linebackers to open up out to the sideline. And then they come underneath with that number 1 receiver, the big target, and running that slant there.
Timeout on the field. 57 seconds left in this first half. It's 4th and 6. So it's an awfully big play for the Stockdale Mustangs. They'd love to get this ball in the end zone. Coach Showers out on the field with his players. Coach Boyd getting some words of advice from one of his coaches. Right there is a great shot of Coach Boyd.
Coach Love, Matt Love,
Listening
who's his receiver coach and DB coach, and I'm sure they're discussing how we're going to stop their passing ability. Because right now, Coach Love's probably telling Coach Boyd, look, I need to have my corners come up and stop that run. That speed option's hurting us. Coach Boyd's telling him, you got to tell your DBs not to get their head in the backfield or we're going to give up the long ball. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword there. Do you keep your corners down and help support the run with their eyes in the backfield so you give up the long ball, or do you have them backpedal out in the cover 3 and not support the run too much?
Big play, 4th and 6, less than a minute left in the first half. Ojeriaki starts way on the left side. He's now not really in motion, but getting set. Brzezinski has him set, rolls to the right. He's going to launch it in the corner. Ojeriaki, he's open. Is the pass there? It is caught. Touchdown, 6 points, Stockdale. Coach Showers dials it in. Brzezinski lays it out there. Ojeriaki makes a big, big catch. And, hey, right under a half moon. They're not halfway there yet, but Stockdale, but that's a big, big play, Paul Press.
All right, that's just a great play by that sophomore. Ojeriaki. Wow, Emmanuel Ojeriaki. People, learn how to say that name.
Hey, that's if we're saying it right.
Yes, and I believe so. I've taken notes. And you know what? You're going to hear it. All the sportscasters in town better take notice because they're going to be saying this young man's name for the next 3 years.
We see over the BHS sideline some of the coaching staff kind of going, shucks. Well, we've got laundry on the field. It's a penalty here, so maybe this great touchdown marred by something.
We've got Tyler Skills, number 4 for Stockdale, their place kicker, their punter, their free safety. This kid's got a leg. Last week he kicked a 42 or 47-yarder, and the coaches told me he had room to spare. I've watched him kick in the arena during the summer. He had a private camp he goes to. And there he goes, splits the uprights. That ball's out of here. That might be over on California Avenue.
Hey, look out, our Brighouse Networks trailer almost got hit. On our Volvo rental replay, here's this beautiful spiral laid out there by Brzezinski, and hey, that's a nice grab out there by Ojeriaki. Hey, let's go down to Brian Adams. Brian Adams, our man down in the field, you were telling me something. You think we've got 2 D1 prospects at the receiver flanks. Let's hear about it.
Yeah, I do. And first we're talking about Philip Thomas on BHS at 6 foot, incredible ability to make plays. But we're also seeing Emmanuel at 6'3", just a sophomore. Not only does he have the speed, his ability to jump up and just in the ball in the air. You see how he went up and snatched the ball away. That's very important for a young receiver. Most receivers wait for the ball to come to him. He jumps up and takes it away from the defensive back. But Stockdale has a decided advantage if they want to use him in the second half to attack. And you also got to give Coach Showers and the Stockdale staff credit for clock management. They used the clock wisely.
Brian, as you were talking, we were able to see the replay a second time and from a different angle from one of our booms, and I'll tell you what, you said it right on the money. If they can exploit this, if they can use this, if they can work this to their advantage, hey, they've got to take what they can get right now, down 14 points.
You're exactly right, Vance.
Hey, it's 21-7. Stockdale Mustangs marching back. Paul Press, everybody. I want you to see my new man up here in the booth. This is Paul Press.
Thanks for taking care of me, Vance, and getting me through my very first night on TV.
Oh, boy, you're doing a great job, big guy.
Well, I tell you. Now, the big thing is Stockdale, 48 seconds. BHS, we look down here. BHS still has one timeout. And that's a lot of time for BHS with this breakaway speed.
So head coach Paul Gola has a chance to work his clock management. They've got maybe run through one of his drills that he's put in place here with 48 seconds. If the ball stays in play, which it possibly could, they might lose some of this. But I don't think so. I think our man's going to kick it down to California Avenue. Here we go. Hey, watch this, Kern County. Here's Tyler Skis. He's got a chance to maybe he might have a chance to put it at South High School.
My money is it's in the end zone.
Is it up? And it
might be through the goalpost.
Good. Field goal.
That is his kicking coach, Rocha. Coach Rocha for Stockdale has been coaching him, but this young man's been doing kicking lessons with Lorenzo Alvarez, the BC kicking coach and the Blitz kicking coach, and my buddy. But this kid has got a leg. And he put one out, kicking the extra point. I think he hit a car over on California Avenue.
Man.
Someone got a gift.
Well,
and this one he puts up through the uprights.
We'll talk about our young kicker here in a moment. I remember covering him 2 years ago. Here's 1st and 10, 48 seconds left. Head coach Paul Gold and the Drillers put in action what they believe to be is going to be a routine that they can get him into the end zone. Oh my goodness, could be a crackback block, and it is. Now we've got some running room out here. Fumble, look at this.
They're going to call him down. They're going to call it down.
Darrell Young switches directions, runs about 65 yards from east to west, and actually only gets about maybe 6 yards. The ball was coughed up at the end, but the Stockdale player that jumped on it had already stepped out of bounds, so it's not going to happen. Here's a good look at Darrell Young here. He cuts back here on our Volvo Rinse replay, and you're going to see our quarterback up here, Tyler Kay, coming here. Look at this block, Kern County, laying it out there.
Oh, and I bet you Coach Gold is going, watch your shoulder, Tyler.
And as we switch to another camera, look at this. Is that exciting or what?
Oh, he tries to swat it back in. Once again, the official right on the play. Give this guy some credit. These officials take a beating most of the time, especially
2nd and 1. Tyler Kay launches it up. He's got a man wide open. Could this happen? Oh, boy. The playmaker, Philip Thomas, had broken free, and that would have been a very difficult pill to swallow with 26 seconds. He was open, and he had a break in front of him, but a hair overthrown. But it's nice to see a ball overthrown in that situation than underthrown.
That is correct, and I tell you, you'll watch this. If we get a chance to see it on a replay, we'll watch this young receiver, and he'll be taught. He threw his hands up just a little early, and I'm sure Brian Adams, our reporter down there, being a BHS Driller alumnus, will look at this young man and talk to him and say, look, take an extra step, then get your hands up. He holds his hands up a little longer, one more extra step, and this is touchdown.
Interesting to note, Kern County, that Tyler Kay overthrew that, and it was about let's be fair and say a 50-yard pass, and he threw it backing up on the back of his heels. So this guy's got a gun. I don't know if our director Bernie Johnson can get that play again for us, the replay of that last pass. I'm sure he can do anything. Watch this pass, Paul. He launches this thing as he's going backwards on his heel. Look at this, Kern County, backing up, and he launches this thing 50 yards on the back of his heel.
He's not a very big quarterback, but I'm impressed with his arm strength here.
Great shot. Thank you, our director, Bernie.
And I tell you, that young man, the receiver, he is good. He is good. And you know what? He's only going to get better. And when he watches this film, he probably will critique himself like all great athletes do. And he'll say, you know what? I should have went one more step, maybe laid out for it. And he'll do it this next time.
Here we go. 3rd and 1. Big play for both squads. BHS has all the talent, all the ability, and the size to get 1 yard, but they've got 2 receivers split. Let's see what happens. Handoff goes up the middle. If Stockdale can hold him, they just might. Look at this. What a big play, Kern County. Oh, goodness. Stockdale Mustangs come out with what I think is a great play on a very surprising call with all of this skill and talent. They try to go onto the right side, and I don't know, Paul. Let's just see. Here's our Volvo Rinse replay.
Well, we'll see number 30 here for Stockdale. Stay at home, do his job, step up right here, come make the play. That's Daniel Reese.
It's a great point, by the way. Great point.
You know, stays home, that's discipline there. You know, you look at a young man like that, shows he's a senior. Vance, he's a senior, and right there he showed everybody who's watching this game, look at me, I'm a senior, I played my position, and he better play that position. He's a linebacker, playing the linebacker there.
Which coach?
And that's Coach Boytz. He takes pride in his linebackers in this defense, and right there showed everybody how disciplined this Stockdale team is. You know, he didn't fake on that dive. He stayed home. The ball came back to him. He stepped up, wrapped his arms, made a good play right there.
And honestly, I'm an idiot because really it's not a bad play call. You run the ball, you get the first down, or you kill the clock down to 2 seconds. So I'm just so used to this driller team going, that what do I know?
Yeah, it was a great call because, Stockdale was down to 1 timeout, so they kill it right there. Now they have no timeout on offense. BHS runs that little, fakes the dive, tries to get it to the outside, doesn't quite work.
2 seconds left. Kay's going to drop back. He launches a big, long bomb with 2 seconds left on the play, and it's caught. And what that'll do is add to his statistics. It's going to be another 50-yard bomb. Great completion, but the half is over. 21-7, BHS leads by 14 points. That's the end of the first half. Let's try to go down to Brian right now with head coach Paul Gola. Brian, what do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Gola in this first half. How do you feel your first half went, your first time in the Griffith Field?
Boy, I tell you what, that is one physical football team over there. We were not expecting them to come out unbalanced, double tight, and do that. We need to go in there and talk with our kids to get this thing figured out. We're giving way too much ground, but in our kids' defense, hey, we're bending, but not breaking. Offensively, we're dynamite. We need to put a couple more details on this thing, but right now we're pretty excited, but we know that they score a lot of points in a hurry.
All right, Coach Gola, thanks a lot for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck in the second half.
Good job.
All right, Brian, thank you. Nice to have you down there catching that information for us. It's halftime. You're watching Brighouse Network's exclusive high school football game of the week, brought to you by Barber Honda, Crab Radio, 98.5 Fox, and Volvo Rents. This is Vance Palmer along Brian Adams and Paul Press. Back in a moment at halftime.
7 years, 100,000 mile guarantee. This is good.
We've tackled all the problems of buying a used car at Barber Honda, making it easier for you to buy the car you're looking for. At Barber Honda Used Cars, you'll get the lowest prices, best selection, and friendliest staff in Bakersfield. Barber Honda, at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
When you live in a Bright House, you're connected to the premier provider of entertainment services, offering more than 250 channel choices, including 60 premium movie channels. But most importantly, you're connected to us. We are 300 of your family members, friends, and neighbors working every day to earn your business with exceptional customer service and state-of-the-art products. We invest in our employees so they can invest in you. To find out more about Bright House Networks, give us a call. Bright House Networks, never before has so much been so easy.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Kern County, we're back once again. Vance Palm alongside Paul Press down at Griffith Fields, Bakersfield High School. First game of the season. It's 21-7. Paul, give us about a minute of what you think so far about this first half.
Well, first of all, the hype around BHS, it's true. They've come out. Everybody's been talking about them. They are big and they are fast. The other hand on that, the other side of the ball, Stockdale's come out and showed people, look, we may break in a few areas, but we're not going to fall apart. They come back, they answer, they go to their tall sophomore, throw it up, he makes a great catch. You know what? We're in for a shootout in the second half. We've got a great game going here. We're lucky to be here.
We've got our man Brian Adams down in the field. Looks like he's got some future all CIF players down there. You're down on your home turf, Brian, right down on the grass where you want to be. Let's talk about your thoughts for this first half.
Well, I'll tell you, Vance, I think the Drillers came out strong. They showed they have some offensive power. But like Coach Gola said, their defense has a tendency to bend but didn't break. But you got to give a lot of credit to Stockdale. One thing they've done throughout the years that we've seen is their ability to fight back. They had a chance to get blown out. They hung right in here. They got back in the game, and we're going to go back up to Vance. Thank you, Vance.
Hey, Brian, thanks, big guy. Take a break. I know you're going to go eat some tri-tip or something. Bring us something, big guy. What we always like to do here at Bright House Networks on our games is give you some up-close footage, vintage footage, live of our home high school band. So now we turn the rest of our high school program over to the Bakersfield High School Marching Band. Enjoy halftime.
Thousands of Kern County residents are realizing just what satellite is really worth. With Brighouse Networks, you get more. Local channels and local programming, movies and favorites on demand, high-speed internet, and the DVR, all without a long-term contract. Try that with satellite. Join over 4,500 of your neighbors and dump the dish for Brighouse Networks. Call 323-4892 to make the smart move today.
7 years, 100,000 mile guarantee. This is good.
We've tackled all the problems of buying a used car at Barber Honda. Making it easier for you to buy the car you're looking for.
Here, so we're looking at.
At Barber Honda Used Cars, you'll get the lowest prices, best selection, and friendliest staff in Bakersfield. Barber Honda at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Welcome back, Kern County. We're almost done with halftime for all of you Brighouse Network subscribers. This is first game of the 2005 season. This is Vance Palm alongside Paul Press, and our man down on the field, Brian Adams, has the head coach for the Stockdale Mustangs, Coach Dave Boyd. Brian Adams, what do you have for us?
Well, I got Coach Boyd right here. Coach Boyd, tell me about how your team hung in there. You kept the chance for kept it yourself in the game to have a chance to steal it in the second half.
We got to tackle. Bottom line, we're not tackling. If we learn how to tackle, we got a good football team. We did the same thing last week. We're missing a lot of tackles. We're a young team. We don't have a lot of varsity experience. We're going to get better. But I tell you what, if we can learn how to tackle, we're going to have a freaking good football team.
Well, I tell you, Coach Gola right before half just said how hard your team hit.
Well, they're pretty physical themselves too, so we'll see.
All right, good luck the second half.
Thanks, B. Well, if I could try to think of a classier guy in high school football, and I'm not sure I could come up with anybody better than Dave Boyd. Less than a minute left before kickoff. Here comes the drillers out here, and a couple of great points that were made, very salient points by both coaches. Coach Gola tells Brian Adams, hey, these guys can sure hit. Obviously a modest coach, knowing that his guys are big hard hitters. Coach Boyd emphasizes that point that, hey, who's he trying to kid? Who do you think we're going up against tonight? This is blue football, driller football. They're hitting awfully hard as well. We're going to stay with it. We're not going to go away. We'll have the kickoff here in just a few moments. This is week 1 of high school football 2005 season. I'm going to turn it over to my man Paul Press. Your thoughts before we head into the third quarter, knowing what our coaches have told us.
Well, first of all, I want to let everyone know we've got some of the best head coaches and assistant coaches here tonight. I've coached against these guys, coached with these guys, met these guys, talked to them at clinics. Kern County, you have some of the best head coaches in Kern County. I'm going to let you know, parents, you should be happy that your kids are in Kern County. We've got great coaches everywhere, and 2 of them classy coaches giving each other compliments. BHS is going to come out and try to receive this kickoff, which they probably won't get it. Skills will put it into the end zone, I'm sure. BHS is going to come out and try to hit and strike quick. They go up 28-7. Stockdale's going to have to change their game plan a little bit and let Brzezinski air it out and play catch-up ball. Stockdale's going to come out and make some tackles here. I'm sure Coach Boyd pumped him up at halftime, and here we go.
Here's the kickoff again. Skills deep into the end zone. That's something that anybody playing Stockdale this year better get used to. 1st and 10, driller ball again as the train on the north end of the field goes right down the heart of Bakersfield. Again, let's thank our sponsors for being involved with us all season. Tonight we'll select a player of the game. He'll be given an award by Barber Honda. Also, Crab Radio is going to be with us all season, as well as 98.5 Fox Radio. And our Volvo Rentals replay, every single replay we give you this year is going to be from Volvo Rentals, and they've been kind enough to have us use these big booms, and they are way up there. Our 2 cameramen are way up there, and we'll get to our crew here in just a moment, let you know who's covering our game for us tonight here for Brighouse Networks. 1st and 10, first play of the third quarter. Very impressive quarterback. Tyler Kay had a great first half. He hands the ball. No, he keeps the ball, pitches out. A dangerous pitch, and that could have been a disastrous start to the third quarter. A late decision on whether he should keep it or pitch it out to Seth Moore. And I think just doing that one time will teach him enough from the butterflies he gets in his stomach not to do that again. 2nd and 10. Drillers ball. Here's our Volvo Rentals replay coach, and wow, last second he makes a sketchy decision
There
here.
we go. Run that dive option. Oh, just making a last-second decision there. And
Edward Weber, the running back, got his hands on the ball, got his hand on the arm, so that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's Seth Moore. Seth Moore, 21 for BHS. Seth Moore makes a heads-up play and dives on the ball.
Quick out over to the left side. Want to make sure Edward Weber knows what I mean. He's the one that hit the quarterback's arm to force that bad pitch, so we'll get back to it.
Your start, yeah. Oh, my bad. What?
3rd and 7, under 11 minutes here in the third quarter. The clock's been moving efficiently since the first 2 or 3 downs here. No stoppage of play yet. K drops back. The ball's deflected, and a nice, strong defensive stance here by this Stockdale Mustang defense. And here comes the punt team on for Bakersfield High School. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the first punt that Bakersfield High School has had this evening.
I believe so. We're going to see this punter here, Mahan. Mahan is their punter. He's number 4. Him and the punter for Stockdale Skills are buddies. So they're having a little game between game here.
Both number 4, huh?
Both number 4. They go to punting school together.
How cute. They both have number 4.
Yes.
10:44.
Now, from what I understand.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. From what I understand, this young man has quite a leg. So we'll see where Justin Lay finally gets a chance to return something. Hopefully, this young man, he hasn't had a chance to get his hands on the ball, and he can do something. He's faster than he looks, and he is strong.
Justin Lay has been the kickoff return man for the Mustangs. As we know, he hasn't touched the ball yet and hasn't been able to bring it back yet. Brian Adams, I see you down there talking to these young footballers. It just seems that they magnate towards you. They come to you. Isn't it great to be down there on the grass this year, bud?
Oh, man, Vance, it's a great feel to be down here. I mean, you can feel the excitement of the sidelines when the big plays, teams get crazy, the crowd's crazy. And I have right here a young future Stockdale player with me, as you can see right there. Wave to the camera up there. All right, back to you, Vance.
Thank you, Brian. Hey, if he's not going to have athletic directors, coaches, and players, he's going to get young kids down there that are wearing the Stockdale Mustang colors proud. 4th and 4, and the number 4 is going to be punting it. Perfect snap. Picks it up. He boots it. Nice, big, high boot. Might not go too far. Let's see. Look out. Heads up. It pops out of bounds almost midfield at the 50-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. They'll take it on their own 48-yard line. Paul, what's the word?
Well, poor Justin Lay. Poor guy. He still doesn't get to return one. Here we go. Mayhem puts it not very deep, but the hang time on it, there was not going to be any return.
Coach Snow down there giving him this right here. He's saying, hey, if you don't want the ball, make the sign. If it's a fair catch or get out of the way, go up there and grab it so it doesn't bounce towards our end zone. 1st and 10, Stockdale Mustang ball. They've got to be happy. They held the Drillers' first series, and now they've got a chance at midfield to make something happen. Weber with the end around, gets the ball handed to him. Can he cut upfield to make something happen? Hey, Kern County, a big face mask, a big stiff arm. Sorry, gave him a big stiff arm, and he's down to the 30-yard line. Wow, Edward Weber plays defense, plays offense, makes it all happen. Hey, our Volvo Rinse replay, I'm looking forward to seeing this, Paul.
Here we go, double tight with a wing. We get the young Ojeriaki out there blocking for Weber. Weber's got that speed, hits the hole and goes. Hey, Coach Shower saw something, made the adjustment at halftime, comes out in double tight set with the wing, and here we go.
1st down. End around, fakes that one. This one's up the middle. Look out. Bakersfield High School waiting for it. James Shue. You know, as you say, Coach Showers recognized something. The offensive coordinator saw something. Hey, and there's nothing wrong with going up the gut once in a while to keep everybody honest, you know.
This back here, number 11, James Shue, he's a senior at Stockdale. He's got speed. I don't think quite as much as Weber, but he is strong. If they get him out there one-on-one, this kid, he's very strong, works out hard in the weight room. He can break a tackle or two. He's not very tall, but he's very strong.
I'm looking forward to our first time out. At our first time out in the second half, I'm going to introduce you to our crew working this season for the Brighouse Networks production team. 2nd and 10. Weber goes right. Brzezinski lobs one up, has a man open, and it is caught out there by number 12. Ooh, incomplete. I thought he grabbed it. Referee all over it. Incomplete. It was Zachary Ochoa out there. I think we have our Volvo Rinse boom with a camera on top of it all over this. Now, this will be a field level, Paul.
Yeah, we've got a single route play here. They fake the play action there, hoping that they get the corner to get his eyes in the backfield, and just a little isolation there to Ochoa. Looks like it was maybe a little underthrown. If he would have aired it out and let him run underneath it, may have had a big play there.
Stockdale knocking on the door, 3rd and 10. Quarterback Tom Brzezinski, 6 foot, 190-pound senior. Great article about him in the Californian earlier this year as well, and he's got some TV coverage so far. Bad time to get some laundry on the field for the Mustangs. Illegal motion, I believe, and it's going to be against the Mustangs. They'll bring it back. That'll make it 3rd and 10. Referees tonight doing a great job. Haven't had time tonight to get all their names, but we'll do that. I think Brian Adams has someone down on the field to talk to us. Brian, what do you have?
Right here I have guys from last year's runner-up section team at Stockdale. Guys, go through, say your name.
Logan August.
Anthony Phillips.
Ryan Hernandez.
Francis Ojugu. Aaron Boffman.
And what do you guys think so far about your ex-teammates here?
They're doing a good job. You know, they're going out there. Kenny Shanahan's not there, so, I mean, they're just trying to pull together. But, I mean, they're doing pretty good. Scores, I mean, it's close. Score, they're right there.
Brzezinski
All right,
in
thanks,
trouble.
gentlemen.
Brzezinski in trouble, wrapped up.
Yeah, they tried to go here. Stockdale goes here. Simple pass play here. By the time Brzezinski hit his mark here on his drop, that's all he saw was blue.
Here's our Volvo Rinse replay here. Nothing happening. I've got Brian Adams down there. We went to him earlier. He had a big swarm of guys around him, but I really know this guy that he's with now. Francis Ojukwu down there with Brian Adams. Let's hear about Francis's life up there at the Renegades.
Francis, Vance and the people in Bakersfield want to know what's going on with you and the Renegades.
I don't know. We're just going out there. We had a bad loss last week, but we're trying to regroup against Saddleback tomorrow night. You know, just going out there. I don't know. Hopefully we can get it done, you know. Just trying. We're working hard. It's a good team. We got a good team. We just ran into Fullerton there, just played a little bit more physical than us, but we got a good team. I think we're going to get it done.
All right. Thank you, Francis.
OJ, thank you, and thank you, Brian. And while we're away, Paul, can you explain to our viewers that great play?
Well, Stockdale's opening up and reaching in their bag of tricks a little bit here. They toss it, they snap it short here, toss it over to Carlin. Carlin, the big fullback, reaches out and throws it here. BHS didn't bite here. They were set up, and here we go, first down BHS. But, you know, you got to give Stockdale credit. They made the right call because of field position. Didn't hurt them too much.
Great point. 1st and 10, Driller football. They're heading north. K, option, keeps it, runs into trouble, trying to get some more room out of it. Nothing doing, maybe a gain of, I don't know, a yard or two. Boy, old Francis Ojukwu was talking to Brian Adams. He's getting buffed. He is getting big. I mean, I remember that kid 3 years ago when he was a sophomore. He had a breakout game against the Drillers. We all were wondering, who is this kid? Of course, throughout the years, we got to know him quite well. Big, buff kid now. OJ playing for the Gades. 2nd and 6 for the Drillers. One back with him. No, 2 backs back there with him, I formation. Tyler K looks like he might have audibilized. We'll see. Takes the hand up, across the middle, and it's going to be mishandled out there by number 81, Trevon Johnson. I thought it was a decent pass. We'll see here on our Volvo Rinse replay. Might have been on the hands.
This is a play they ran in the first half. We'll see it here. Trying to get it to the big tight end on a seam route here. He's going to go straight up the field. Here we go. They fake the little lead dive there. Just off his hands here. Possibly could have made a great catch there, but not a bad throw in that situation.
Sorry, Trevon, my man. That was Trevon Johnson, number 81 out there. That would have been a tough ball to handle. 3rd and 6. 2 receivers split right. K rolls right. Runs out of options, but he finds the one he's looking for. Thomas open for the first down, and he is not brought down yet. He's still up running. Look at the talent. There's a flag on the play, and it's way back here where the play was maybe 40 yards back. It looks like there might have been some extracurricular activity. I hate to overuse that word, but that's the only way I can describe it. The play went out to Philip Thomas. They couldn't bring him down. It looked like guys were jumping on his back, but while that was happening at the 35-yard line of the Mustangs, something was happening way back here, 35-yard line of the Drillers. The referees are sitting talking to BHS about it. It looks like it's going to be against the Drillers. We'll find out. These referees are having a meeting. The referees are meeting on the 45-yard line, so maybe we'll get some consensus here. And there's the dreaded yellow flag. Paul, great play. It's coming back for whatever reason, and that's a good sign for the Mustangs, but a bad sign that Philip Thomas was wide open on the 40-yard line.
You know, BHS came out in a trip set with a wingman there. This is a formation I saw Monday at their practice, and I was going to be curious how Stockdale adjusted to it.
Here's our Volvo Rinse replay.
Here we
Paul.
go. The trips to the right. Rivon Johnson, the big tight end, gets released. They're flooding this zone here. Tyler Kay makes a great decision.
Wow.
You know, that's a risky throw there, but the young guy pulls it off. Here it is. We've got a flag. Seems what they're going to do here.
Don't know what the call is. Haven't heard the call yet, Paul. I'm gonna rely on your expertise here to maybe dish this out. I don't know if Brian can find out. I don't even know where Big B is right now, if he's down in the area. What do you think, Paul?
I'm guessing, by the way, 61 was walking back.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, maybe?
Yeah, I believe so. May have been a little late hit.
Coach Gola's getting the word. He's all grins.
Well, they're going to they're going to tell us here, but I'm assuming it's a late hit or unsportsmanlike conduct here. But we don't know.
Well, it was a big gain on the play, but it comes back a lot of yards.
Wow. Obviously, it was against BHS.
We're all still waiting for the call.
A late, early whistle or something.
3rd and 6, 7 minutes left in this third quarter. I formation. Tyler Kay working his offense. He's had a great first half. Not much going on yet here in the third quarter. This play could open things up. He looks, he might be in trouble. He's thrown for a loss. Oh, it looks like he tried to get rid of it. Hey, Kern County, what's going on? We've got some confusion on the ground. I thought he was, they're going to say he's in the grasp. I see the head official saying he was in the grasp.
There was number 61, the young man I thought, and I have to apologize to him, I thought there was maybe a late hit. On the play before, now I'm looking back, what they did was they blew the whistle on that play before. The BHS quarterback, they had him in the grasp, and then he kind of swung through. This time, 61 gets in there, and he had him for sure. That's Neil Hopper for Stockdale. Hopper playing tough on that D-line for Stockdale. Goes in and gets him there.
Well, that brings up 4th and 6. 2 series in a row, the Drillers will punt. Maybe our man Justin Lay will get a chance to run it back. Hey, there's a nice big long spiral. If he wanted his chance, there it is. He scoops it up on the 25-yard line. They say he's got speed. He's trying to get outside, makes a move up top, and oh boy, he's tangled up like a flag on the play. The referee was all over it. Let's see what he calls. And I know our camera shots were all over that one. We'll get a nice replay here from our Brighouse Networks crew. Here comes the call. They're meeting out there again, and if that's more yards tacked on, you're looking at 15, 20, 25 yards of penalties in 2 or 3 plays here for the Drillers. That, doggone it, that's costly, especially when that big word we always use, momentum, could be on Stockdale's side already second half.
Man, you just said the word. The word. The coaches all know that word. Momentum. And I tell you right now, Stockdale capitalizes on this right here. Big penalty. Must have been a face mask. Big 15-yarder on top of that. Hey, Stockdale marches down.
Here's our Volvo Rinse replay. Our guy Tyler finally gets to pick it up. We joke about it being our guy because he hadn't had a chance to run yet. Paul, here he comes.
Yeah, and he does make it around this corner. He's got a little bit more speed than number 6 there, thought he had. But here it comes late. And
wow.
Towards the end of the play.
So that's number 1, Lamont Whitefield, trying to give it the old 1972 Mike Curtis tackle from the Rams. Remember old Mike Curtis would jump out of nowhere and head tackle guys?
Yeah, look like the old Raiders there.
First 10, Look at this. Brzezinski gets out of trouble in what looks like a broken play. Crackback block is a great one. Brzezinski looks upfield, runs over a couple guys, and oh, man. Philip Thomas just got drilled into the ground by a quarterback. He's had an eventful night, Philip Thomas. Brzezinski, what a play.
Tom Brzezinski doing it for Stockdale. Senior right here. We see him make a great move. Now look at him talking to Coach Showers down there. He's probably so hyped. Showers says, hey, watch that. Now the deal is you got Showers, little pumped up here. Brzezinski calms him down, sends him on his way.
Here's our Volvo Rinse replay, Paul. Look at this.
Tackle miss. 1 tackle. Comes up, 2 tackles. Here he goes. Gets his head down here. Now he's making everybody on Stockdale sidelines believing in Tom Brzezinski now.
Watch out, Kern County.
Boom. Here we go.
Brzezinski again on a keeper. This time he cuts up to the right side, and now this Driller defense is getting with it. They're saying we've got to tackle this guy at the ankles or he's gone.
You said it, man. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but you said it. I'm so excited. I was so excited because you said it before this drive. Momentum. I think Tom Brzezinski heard you up here.
Oh, sure he did.
Because he took it and said, yeah, I'm going to show you momentum. And all of a sudden, Stockdale's got life.
2nd and 5. 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. All of a sudden, you're looking at 3,000 people over there on the Driller side going, whoa. Football game's broken out here in the third quarter. Brzezinski behind center, 2nd and 5. Handoff up the middle, goes to our young guy up there, Daryl Carlin. Carlin wrestled down, maybe a gain of a yard. Offensive coordinator for the Mustangs, Brad Showers, got with his coaching staff and his head coach, Dave Boyd, in the locker room, and they've come up with a really nice game plan here in the third quarter. You're watching Brighouse Network's exclusive coverage of the high school football game of the week. There's a lot of great games going on tonight around the city. This one certainly has a lot of attention. A lot of press here. Corey Costello from KER on 1410 is right below me, and he's got Rick Van Horn with him on the radio tonight. Coach Van Horn of the Blitz is down there working the microphone with Corey Costello. We had a nice chat before the game. Here comes 3rd and 3. Big play for both squads, especially the Drillers. Drillers need a big stop here. Up the gut. Weber doesn't get it done. They've looked for an end-around fake to Justin Lay. Weber tried to go up the gut. I don't believe he got the first down. It was 3rd and a long 3, Paul. We'll see.
Yeah, what they had here was they took out their big fullback, come with a 3-receiver set, run that fly motion, fake the fly sweep, and come back with that dive. BHS played it very well. Their nose guard for BHS has been playing tough all night.
Well, Paul,
I believe it's number 56.
Here we go. Big play here in the third quarter. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left. 4th and 3. Brzezinski rolls right. Not a lot of protection. He flings it out there. It's caught, and it is caught, and he's hit immediately. What a nice floater out there to Justin Lay. Justin Lay catches it, is hit immediately, but he got the goods before he went down.
I tell you, there's a good chance here. Replay. Tom Brzezinski, a semi-roll out to his right, sets his feet. I'm so proud of you, Tom. So proud of you. You set your feet. You threw a strike right here. If he doesn't set his feet and get his feet underneath him, use that arm strength he's been working on, ball doesn't get there.
Want to remind Kern County, Paul Press, the man on the booth, spent all last year with the Mustangs, so you might hear some of the emotion and the raw happiness gush out of them. We all know how I get when the Arvin Bears play. 1st and 10. Brzezinski throws to the corner. Looks like a lot of contact back there. There's flags out, and personally I think it could be offensive interference. We'll see. Emmanuel Ojeriaki might have been jumping all over his defensive back there. We'll see. The referee was absolutely on top of this one.
Well, this is where you flip a coin and you're hoping. You're looking up at the football gods and going, well, I hope he didn't see our offensive guy pushing off.
Well, we've got Emmanuel Jeriaki limping off the field, so add salt to the injury there. The penalty's called on him, and he's limping off. Hey, I hear Brian Adams is down on the field with a very special individual. Big B.
Yes, I'm down here with Dottie and Danny Driller. Now, Dottie, what must the defense do right now to get this ball back?
They got to hold him.
Hold him? Hold him. Danny, we're seeing some struggling on offense. What does the Driller Blue need to do?
I don't think we're struggling. I mean, the score's 21-7, but I think we need to run a few more long pass plays because Seth Saxon and them, they're going to get the ball every single time.
Thank you, Danny and Dottie, and he might have the ball back. Go back and cheer hard.
We'll see about this, Kern County. As you were getting the expert insight from Danny Driller, what we thought evolved into a very significant play for the Drillers here. The pass was made out there, and it was fumbled. The one referee was close to the ball, signaled incomplete. I happen to think that it's been overruled, and it is. Oh, let me see. I've got 3rd down. Oh, goodness gracious. Got to call it like we see it. Mustangs get a big break here.
Yeah.
No replay on this one from our Brighouse Network crew, so we'll let that one just drift off into oblivion.
Oh, everybody saw that one. Well, I keep talking about the football gods. And
it's worked for both sides tonight, hasn't it?
And it usually comes out.
Right.
You know, the football gods always keep it even. And, and you know what? They're going to make maybe a mistake, but we can't get all over these refs. It's a hard job.
3rd and 20, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Big pressure, great screenplay. It's wide open, Kern County. Look at this. Weber's got to make one cutback. He gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Stockdale, Edward Weber. And let me tell you, that was about as beautiful as a call as you can make. You take a break from the football gods, and off you go. Look at Coach Boyd down here. He is just absolutely lit up like a firecracker.
Yeah, most people don't know this. Coach Boyd had a root canal this morning.
Hey, there's a great shot of a real tough guy. I've had a root canal before, and I've been out for 4 months. Dave Boyd root canals it, comes out and gets his boys fired up here. Hey, what a football game. What a football game. 21-13, and if Tyler Skeels here, he may be able to launch another one and just really put an exclamation point on a great drive, actually. The snap, the hold, it's up, and wow. No good. I hope we haven't vexed him too much because that could be a huge missed field goal from such a talented kicker. He doesn't do it. Here's our Volvo instant replay of a beautiful touchdown. Touchdown.
Little screen out to the left here. Brzezinski sets the whole play up by rolling out to his right a little bit. Coach Showers makes a great call here. His linemen get out in front. Brzezinski sells it, rolling to his right a little bit, gets it back out to Weber.
Here's
Weber
live
breaks
speed.
one.
Here's a live speed look at Weber rolling in there. And I can't emphasize enough the importance of a missed field goal here. 21-13 with a game so close as this, and with a team like Stockdale coming down and punching it in here. Hey, they needed that field goal, but the point after. But another look at this beautiful touchdown, and hey, Weber makes a great move and then holds onto the ball here and takes it into pay dirt. Beautiful, beautiful play. Run at the right time, right after a big break, and now with an 8-point differential, something funky has to happen somehow in the scoring. Whether it's a field goal or it's a 2-point conversion, something's going to have to happen later on, Paul.
Yeah, it very well could be. Let's just say Stockdale scores, they go for the 2, but they don't get it. Then they kick a field goal, they win by 1. And with Tyler Skills kicking, anything within 42 yards, it's usually live. So as a coach, you're sitting here playing with all these numbers right now, and you're going, well, but we've got a long ways to go. 2:53 left in the third quarter. And once again, we're going to watch Tyler Skills put it into the end zone.
Hey,
the BHS deep backs.
If you're BHS head coach Paul Goley, you're thinking, you know what? We haven't even got it going yet second half, so why don't we put the ball in the end zone? Here comes Skills. He drops it off, and it's a little high. Looks like the Drillers might have a chance to run this one back, and it's going to happen. Number 23, Terrell Young, looking for a wall. He's got it. He's got the speed, and he might. Oh! Almost broke it. I thought I saw a flag come out at the 30-yard line. I did. There is a flag on the ground. We'll see what happens.
Justin Lay there making a tackle, shoestring tackle. Justin Lay coming back down and saving it, because if he gets by Justin Lay there, it looked like he's going. He had a lane there.
Holding on the Drillers, so that'll come back even a bit more. Regardless of the penalty, the holding call, here's a nice run.
Looks like they have a return left art set up. They set up the wall there. He sees it. He makes a good break here, sets his second burst of speed. And then we see Justin Lay come in there and get the shoestring tackle.
Wow.
But it's all negated by a holding call back there.
It just seems like deja vu to be watching another great Driller running back run down the field. In my day, it was Marshall Dillard. When we both graduated class of 83, I was at Arvin. He was at BHS. And I used to just watch that guy and say, oh, my gosh, I'd never want to try to tackle that cat. First and 10, Driller ball. They haven't done much this quarter, this second half on offense. If there was ever going to be a time to put it together, it's now. Stockdale pretty pumped up with their defense right now. Very, very important drive.
Yeah, we'll see what BHS does here. Looks like they've spread it out. If you look at their linemen, they've got bigger gaps. Looks like they've tried to spread Stockdale out.
Tyler Kay makes another move. The quarterback holds up, and a nice run. He gets, I think, 9 yards or maybe 10 yards for a first down. So no matter how you slice it, Kern County, Tyler Kay has put a nice ball game together all the way through. Tom Brzezinski starting to come around here in this second half, and he's looked well. He's looked just as nice here, but here comes Brzezinski on our Volvo Rinse replay. He reads it. He goes with the flow of his linemen, tucks the ball in, all textbook fundamental football. And, hey, it's another first down.
You know, this young man, Tyler Kay, he's impressed me. A junior first varsity game. Look at him. Look at him. Look at the gaps. Look at these gaps. This is what I was just talking about, the gaps BHS.
Oh, boy. Up the middle, Antoine Robertson gets about a 12 to 13-yard run. So, hey, let's not forget there's another football team on the field here just because their offense has kind of sputtered early in the third quarter. 2 minutes left in the third quarter, and here comes that blue of BHS.
And I'm telling you, BHS, everybody saw that gaps. Every coach that's watching this is now going, okay, BHS is opening their spacing between their linemen.
Look at that
How
gap.
do you adjust?
Look
How
at
do
those-
you adjust?
Handoff up the middle again to Antoine Robinson, and he's got daybreak or night break. Oh, if he doesn't get tripped up and he falls down about the 35-yard line, we've got a player down. We have literally no injuries this game until this very moment. That looks like our man down there, Daryl Carlin, number 34, got an injury. As we watch our Volvo Rinse replay, you talk about the gaps and the line here. Stockdale has not filled them, obviously, because here comes number 2, Antoine Robinson. Wow. Oh, boy, oh, boy.
You know, that's the last thing Stockdale needs. They've had a couple key injuries. We talked a little bit at the beginning about Kenny Shanahan. They're also missing their tight end defensive end, Omar Garza, who's a big part of our team last year and a big part of their team this year. Now we've got the young junior, the fullback, laying out there on the ground. Doesn't look too bad. Both Doc and the trainer's out there. These guys will take care of him. Looks like he's cramping up, but it could be just a calf cramp, hopefully. But Stockdale's already down 2 starters. Omar Garza, who's a big part of Stockdale's O-line, and he plays tight end, and he plays defensive end. And then, of course, Kenny Shanahan, who I kind of thought was one of our better football players on last year's team. I mean, this kid has speed, strength, nose for the ball. It's a big loss to Stockdale not having him tonight, but he'll be back. We talked to him before the game, and he'll be ready to go.
Timeout on the field, so let's go through our schedule for this 2005 season. Paul Press next to me. I'm Vance Palm, and I've got Brian Adams this season down on the field. Next week, September 16th, we'll have Rich Cornford and the West High Vikings against Scott Douglas and the Foothill Trojans. That's September 16th. 2 weeks from tonight, I happen to be turning 40 years old. David Coleman's my Arvin Bear right next to me. Can you believe it? On September 23rd, I'm turning 40, and got a nice round of applause here for Daryl Carlin. Centennial at East on September 23rd. Oh, my goodness. Coach Nixon takes on Coach Maples in what ought to be an incredible football game. And then September 30th, last game of the month, Liberty against North. We'll see what Coach Provençal has in store for us against North High School. The player's not off the field yet, so we really can't start this play. We're still watching Daryl Carlin walk off the field and getting a little antsy on the field. 1st and 10, $1:47 left in the third quarter. Our field position here is perfect. The driller's right in front of us at the Stockdale 37-yard line. Handoff goes up the gut, and then it gets flared out to the left. Look at that. That's one big running back out there. That's Kalen White, 5'11", 250. Wow. Hard to stop.
He hit that hole, and he looked like he had 2 guys on his back.
You're right, Paul. Let's go down to Brian Adams. Brian, what's happening down there?
I'm down here with the cheerleading coach, Stephanie Roward. What do you do to get these girls ready for the game?
I treat them with a lot of respect because they're awesome girls, they're individuals, and I'm very blessed. They're very, very talented. So let's go, Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Thank you, Brian. Working it. Second and 2. A flick out to the right side. Hey, look, we've seen this cat running before. Terrell Young has really got some speed, and he's down to the 20-yard line. Looks he's gonna move the chains. First down, BHS, and fast speed, man.
There's speed. You want to see some speed? 77. This guy, Daniel Calvin, 6'5", 300 pounds. He's out there leading behind big number 45, 250 pounds. Look at this. And that speed in the backfield. Man, this is scary.
1st and 10. Here come the drillers. They're knocking on the door. Hey, nice tackle out there. Terrell Young is met hard and heavy by Justin Hendrick. Justin Hendrick, a 5'11", 210-pound senior. He whopped it to him, and he tried to slow down this train right now, the BHS offense. When they get rolling and it starts to click, they just keep coming.
Yeah, Justin Hendrick's 210 pounds, but he's a tough 210 pounds. He's not going to back down. He's going to keep bringing it.
From the shotgun, Tyler Kay. Split backfield. Eric Johnson out to the right side. The ball goes up the middle. Number 21, Seth Moore, has it. Looks like a fumble. He grabs his own fumble. He was already down. No fumble. Close to a first down. We'll see. Very close to a first down. And that brings up the end of the third quarter. When we come back, it'll be a very exciting finish to this game. Game 1, week 1. Brighouse Network's high school football game of the week. When we come back, the 4th and final quarter of this very big football game. You're watching a great one. We'll be back in just a moment.
Brighouse Networks presents Mesa Marin Raceways. Inside Motorsports. Every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Brighouse Networks Channel 21. With an encore presentation Fridays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Inside Motorsports.
Honey, are you gonna do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated, Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves. Bye.
Welcome back, Kern County. Beginning of the fourth quarter, 21-13. Drillers lead by 8. 3rd and 1. Drillers heading south into the end zone, they hope. Tyler Kay behind his big line. Man in motion is Trevon Johnson. Tyler Kay goes to the left side. A quick flick out to the... Oh, look at this. Great Stockdale defense. Great play. Terrell Young takes the pitch, but he's thrown for a loss. And, boy, that couldn't have come at a bigger time. Wow. Wow. Here's our Volvo Rents replay, and a nice defensive effort out there by the Stockdale Mustangs, and just a big tackle that couldn't have come at a bigger time for the Mustangs.
We see Justin Schweitzer come up there and makes the back turn in. And then big number 45, Jeremy Ramirez, comes in and finishes off the play.
So they're going for the field goal. Coach Gola thinking about the numbers game here now. Here's their kicker, Derek Thompson. It's up, and it might be no good. Wow, Derek Thompson with a big miss. He thought it was good. The angle we were looking at it, very close kick. Referees right under the goal post, and they had it. Hey, let's go down to Brian Adams. Our man down on the grass has a very important cat with him. Brian.
I'm here with Mark Hance. Mark, tell us about how you guys built this football program and then about your other programs you have as well.
Well, we really had good foundation 15 years ago when we had kids come in. We have a tremendous area we draw from. We got some great kids, great feeder schools in Tevis and Warren and all of our other feeder schools. We had a chance to hire some great coaches, and we just make a good atmosphere for kids to play at. And we've won something like 25 section championships in the last 15 years, we're really proud of our kids for that. Last year we won 13 championships out of 19, so across the board we got really competitive kids, and they're good student athletes, and we're real proud of them.
All right, thank you, Mr. Hance.
That's Mark Hance, athletic director from Stockdale High School. Myself being involved with Garces basketball over the last 3 or 4 years and doing some coaching up there. I've run across Mark Hance many times, and what a class program. What a great guy. 2nd and 6. Stockdale needs something to happen. Could be a big play. It is a big play. 2 fumbles on one play, and the third time it's fumbled, and it's picked up by the Drillers at the 2 or 3 yard line by number 49. Diego Medrano picks up a very big fumble in his young career. Oh my goodness, Stockdale holds them on 3rd down, makes them kick a field goal. They missed the field goal, and now a great defensive effort up the middle by the Bakersfield High School Drillers by number 1, Lamont Whitehead, and he causes the fumble. Big turn of events here with momentum.
Yeah, Lamont Whitehead comes in, shoots the gap, makes a big play back there, and when the ball's on the ground, that's not a good thing. Comes out BHS way.
First and goal from the 5, Paul. First and goal from the 5. 10.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We've just started the fourth quarter, and now the Drillers are going to try to punch this thing in. Handoff goes to number 21, Seth Moore. Seth Moore gets maybe a yard and a half, but this dejected Stockdale sideline, they thought they'd really had some good vibes right there, holding the Drillers, making them miss a field goal, and then, of course, they thinking, hey, we've been scoring lately. We're going to move the ball down. We're going to do some things here, and doggone it, didn't happen. So now the Drillers looking to really add to the pain here. Coach Boyd, Coach Showers, Coach Snow, all pointing to the right side. They're going to the corner. They think that the drillers are going to Vernon Strong. They do not. They try to take the ball up the middle. And look at this, number 2, Antoine Robertson, breaks off a few tackles, makes a couple of moves. There is a flag on the play. I think they might call unnecessary celebration, which is a jive call in itself. It's not the referee's fault. They just have to follow the rules. But big score for the drillers, I believe, unless it was a penalty that actually brings back the touchdown.
No, I don't believe it is. I think you've called it correct, which is, I mean, these are young men. They're excited. They're having fun. That's what high school football is all about, a little bit of excitement.
Right. Not the ref's fault. They have to call it.
Right. No, I'm not saying it's the ref's call. I just don't like the rule. Right. That's one of the things I like about arena football. It's excitement. But I tell you, right here is,
well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not.
Moving it back.
Maybe they're not.
They have not put the points up on the scoreboard.
Well, we've got it on our screen, but now we've taken it off. Our director, Bernie Johnson, all over that one. Hey, we're not quite sure exactly what the call was, but what I can tell you is this. Oh, no, they scored the touchdown. They gave them the TD, Bernie, but now they're tagging it on to the point after for the excessive celebration. So now at the 25-yard line, here comes the kick, the hold. It's up, and it is right down the middle. What a strike. Well, it's official, 28-13 now, the Bakersfield High School Drillers. Hey, we're even working the kinks out ourselves up here, Paul, with what we're trying to figure out. Here's our instant replay from Vovo Rentz, and he just breaks a few tackles and muscles his way in.
Coach Boyd said it when he came back from halftime. We just have to tackle. They're going to watch this, and he's going to stress the point. How many times did we have this young man? It's a two-way street. Running back kept fighting, kept going, but they missed a lot of tackles. And, that's what Coach Boyd said. They're young. They just need to learn how to tackle. Everybody was in the right spot. They're playing hard. They just have to wrap up and tackle.
Down 15 with 9:51. The Stockdale Mustangs looking to try to jump back in this thing. The Drillers, as we can see on our Vovo Rentz replay, might see another angle of it here where it looked like he was brought down, and just some extra effort and actually some real strong legs just brings him in there, and now he gets to kind of waltz in there. So that's excessive celebration at the high school level. Flag is pulled, and didn't really matter. The guy still booted it from like 600 yards in for the field goal, for the point after. 28-13. After this kick, I'm finally going to get to introduce our Brighouse Network production crew. The best. These guys, for their first time out tonight, it looks like we've been doing it for weeks and weeks and weeks. They're all over it.
Well, let's see what BHS has planned here. I don't think they're going to do anything trickery here. But, Stockdale lining up and playing it smart here. Two very well coached teams playing it smart. That momentum, you talked about it earlier, Vance, about momentum. And Stockdale had it coming back. BHS does a smart thing. Coach Golden says, listen, let's go back to the game, the running game. Let's burn out some of this clock. And that's frustrating when you're on defense and they keep getting first down. Stockdale finally stops them, and then the turnover.
Here's the kick. He does get a chance to bring him back. That's Justin Lay. Does he have the room? Can he move it up? Hey, another penalty flag is out. Justin Lay keeps making the moves. He's finally wrapped up, but we do have penalties on the play. And after all of that, it's going to come back. While we figure all of that out, Kern County, let me introduce you to our video production crew tonight, our team from Brighouse Networks. We're all under the directorship of Bernie Johnson. He makes the calls, and what a veteran. He pulls us through all the time, doing a great job. And he's in my right ear, Paul's in my left ear, and Brian's in my third ear, if you have a third ear. In the truck with Bernie, doing all of the editing and getting shot-to-shot pulled down for us is our main man, Zach Flores. I've been working with Zach for many years. Hey, Steve Menchaca is on camera number 1. Steve is somewhere out there. John Patton on camera number 2. We've been around John a long, long time. John's up on one of our big booms over there. He's on the southeast side of the field, so he's left of us on the boom. I think that's his shot you're looking at right there. There's John. Hey, John. What's happening? Hey, you're right. Phil is on the other boom across from me shooting John. And with that segue, let me show you Phil Coots over here. He's on camera 3. And there's Phil. Hey, big guy. Phil's the one that's right next to us, and he always makes sure Paul gets on the air so his wife can see him. Hey, there we are. Camera number 4, Carlos Arguillon, my paisano. ¿Cómo estás? 1st and 10. Stockdale starts out going right up the gut. A big carry in there by James Shue, and he's hit very, very hard. Let's finish off our introductions. Justin Field is our microwave transmitter man. He handles all the microwave transmission. And Ryan Stanton is our head end technician. So thank you. And Paul, I don't want to be the helmet on this young guy right here.
No, stay down, Jimmy, stay down, Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, keep your face down. Your mama's not going to like that.
That's what high school football is all about. Looks like we have some laundry on the field, and the ball's getting marched a little bit north. That gives me a chance to talk about our October schedule. Golden Valley at Highland on October 7th. October 14th will be South High School at Ridgeview. We'll be going way out to the southwest. Look forward to that game. October 21st, the Garces Rams at East High School. And then October 28th, look at this, Kern County, Tehachapi at Arvin. Coach Denman brings the Warriors into my neck of the woods. That ought to be a great one. That's our October schedule. We'll be back with some more scheduled news after this play. 9:25 left in this football game. Hey, look at this. Almost picked off out there, but it's not. Tom Brzezinski's pass is caught out there. I thought it was Justin Hedrick. That could have been Justin Hedrick. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Justin Lay out there. It was a Justin. Justin Lay pulls down a big play. Hey, if we have this on replay, Kern County, you're going to think that it was going to be picked off, but it's not, Coach. What do you say?
Here we go. Trips to the left. Silver package to the left. They're going to cross two guys underneath and one come back. Justin Lay makes a good job coming back to the ball. Come back. Almost picked off. Hand fight here. Hand fight for the ball. He comes away with it. Good job. That was a great break on the ball by number 6.
David Edwards almost had that picked off, but he didn't. 2nd and 5. Brzezinski throws it out to the right side. He's got Justin Lay. Justin Lay's some really nice moves. You know, Paul, you said it. Might not look like he has blazing speed, but he knows how to use his feet. He knows how to set defenders up for these angles and these cuts.
Yeah, that's the same play they ran right before halftime, but he threw it to the slant, or tried to throw it to the slant. Brzezinski did. They'll have number 1, and I know Coach Showers don't want me to explain this, but everybody sees it on film. All the coaches see it. Don't be mad at me, Coach Showers. But the number 1 receiver, the big tall Jeriaki there, he'll run the slant, and number 2 and 3 will both run swings, and it's a read by Brzezinski.
Weber outside gets hauled down out there by Ross and Ferguson. Hey, Kern County, let me tell you this. You don't want Billy Ross and Austin Ferguson tracking you down. Those guys are ferocious defenders. They can really, really bring it. But I'll tell you what, Weber keeps getting up, Lay keeps getting up, Brzezinski keeps getting up, and they keep fighting back. Great football game for our first game of the season, the 2005 schedule underway. I'm Vance Palm alongside Paul Press, and down on the field, Brian Adams. It's been a few moments since we've heard from Brian. I happen to think he's probably grabbing a tri-tip and not bringing one up for us. 2nd and 6. Brzezinski, one lone back in the backfield with him. He rolls left. He's had excellent protection all night long. Look out, deflected, averts a disaster there. It's incomplete. But let's talk about the protection that both quarterbacks have had tonight on the offensive side of the ball.
Actually, it hasn't been. It's been really good. You know, Stockdale line's a little smaller, but they're strong kids, and they're moving their feet well. Coach Scott Sword, the line coach for Stockdale, works very hard, you know, but I have to give credit to the BHS coaching staff, whoever their line coach is, and I apologize to that line coach. I wish I'd had more time to find that out, but both lines doing a great job tonight.
3rd and 6, 40-yard line. Brzezinski out to the left, has Justin Lay. Can Justin Lay make one big move to get free for a first down? It's going to be very, very close. Justin Lay hit hard out there again by Austin Ferguson. Hey, don't make a mistake and not check this Austin Ferguson out if you're a Driller fan. You want to watch number 7. This guy can really bring it. You know, he's a junior, and last year I took a year off from television work, and I went out and sailed around the world again, and I've been gone, so I haven't seen some of these guys that you and Brian have seen last year. I remember some of them from the 2003 season when I was doing this. Some of these names have crept back into my memory, and let me tell you something. Austin Ferguson and this Billy Ross from VHS, if you're out in the open field, beware. 2 receivers split wide. Brzezinski up the middle, gets the first down. And more. He's still up. He's got to protect the football. He's still running. Hey, Kern County, how can the refs blow this whistle? He breaks free. Oh, my goodness. Coach Boyd and Coach Showers out on the field. The Stockdale crowd, I think you can hear the boo birds right now.
Wow. I believe it's the right call, though. They had his momentum stop, but give Tom Brzezinski some credit here. He just keeps his wheels turning, fighting. He's just showing how bad he really wants to prove to everybody how good he really is. So here we go. First down, Stockdale. They do get the first down. They go for it on fourth down. They do get the first down. So let's see if they can keep it going. They need to score here. And then we might have a shootout towards the end here.
Well, a big first down. We thought more. Refs made the right call. Momentum was stopped. Stockdale crowd didn't like it because they see their quarterback break out of a jam and get going. But 1st and 10. Brzezinski looks, wants to throw it up, can't. His receiver that he wanted is being covered very well out there by Terrell Young. Wanted to go out there, couldn't do it. Brian Adams down on the field. What do you have for us?
Well, right now you're seeing the Stockdale High offense. I mean, they're finding a way to keep the ball moving, but they're not putting points on the board. And if they can just put something on the board and come up defensive stand, they're right back in this game, gentlemen.
You're right about that, Brian. 2nd and 8, 6 minutes and counting, just under the 6-minute mark. We are in the 5-minute range now, 5:55 to be exact. It is 2nd and 8. Stockdale down by 15. We've told you about that before. They've got some scoring to do. Split way right is Ojeriaki. Up the middle. Ooh, boy, nice tackle out there.
Yeah,
Didn't get the number. That was Weber running out the left side. Now he's without his sneaker. He's going to put it on. Our director, Bernie Johnson, spotted that from a long ways away. 5:40, the clock stopped to move the chains. Paul, what's your thoughts?
Well, here's what we got. We're going to move down, and Brian Adams was right. But, you know, that's, of course, Brian Adams, UCLA Bruin, wide receiver, knows football. He's right. Stockdale's got to find a way to get in here within the next 40 seconds to 50 seconds. They can't let the clock go below 4 minutes here. Not with the way the BHS just come off a long drive like that. They've got to find a way to score. They're going trips out here to the right.
1st and 10. Split wide again is Ojeriaki. Across the middle. Look out, Kern County. It is caught. What a catch out there by number 5. Is that Derek King? Do I have my numbers right? I do. I don't think we've called his name all night. Oh, yeah, we have. He's the guy that weighs 5 pounds. 5'9", 150. Derek King pulls down the biggest catch of the season so far for him. No doubt. Look at this, Coach.
Yeah. Here he goes. They come out of that trips package. They run it straight, a seam route up here.
What a great pass.
Brzezinski goes with the number 3 receiver here. Makes a great read. I saw this kid at practice. He has a knee brace on. He's a receiver, and he's short. I'm thinking, is this kid's a receiver? Well, he just proved me wrong. He just makes a great catch. Great catch in a big situation.
It is 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. The scoreboard says 1st and 10, but it is 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Once again, I want to thank the athletic secretary at Stockdale High School, Mrs. Easter. I won't give her first name because she is one of the advisors out there. She helped me out quite a bit and let me know about Derek King, and who'd have thunk it. He plays a major role in this game. Handoff goes out to Weber. Weber, woo, touchdown saving tackle out there by number 21, Seth Moore. Seth Moore scored saved a definite 6.
Yeah, he did. Seth is going both ways for the Drillers tonight, and he's playing well on both sides of the ball. I thought it was going to be a Stockdale touchdown. At our view, the play was developed there, and then he comes out of nowhere and closes down that gap, makes a great tackle.
You're right about that, Paul. I thought he was in, too. I was getting ready to say touchdown. Seth Moore out of nowhere. Brings up 2nd and goal from the 3rd. 2nd and goal from the 3rd. And 5 minutes and 2 seconds left. We've got the clock stopped for, I'm not quite sure what reason, but it stopped, and Stockdale's loving it. Officially a timeout. The referee is pointing at the grass. Okay, that'll give us a moment to talk about our November schedule. After the Tehachapi-Arvin game, October 28th, we're going to have the Internet Poll Game. The Internet Poll Game on November 4th. I'll tell you about that in just a moment. 2nd and goal from the 3. Brzezinski takes a snap. Will he take it in himself? Weber in motion. Brzezinski does take it in, and he does get in. Touchdown, Stockdale. 28-19.
Wow, Tom Brzezinski on that. What Coach Showers called there is he's going to read that. It's a on me, read me. Tom reads the play. He sends the guy in motion, a fly motion. If they shift, he's going to look for the hole along that right there. I'm telling you, nice job by Tom Brzezinski, showing that he's a senior. He's played with heart. He's played smart. nice play calling. I like it. We've got a shootout.
Will they fake the PAT and go for the two-point conversion? They do not. The snap is up, and it is long, and it is good. 28-20, what a football game. Hey, Kern County Brighouse Network subscribers, you're the only one that has this in your living rooms. We appreciate you being with us. Here's Brzezinski taking it in for a big, big score. It makes the score 28, Bakersfield High School, Stockdale 20. We're going to stay right here. Here's Coach Snow talking to his guys. Coach Gola and his staff on the other side getting his guys together. We have 4 minutes and 41 seconds of very, very exciting football here. Coach Showers looking up here at our place, actually. He's up here looking at Coach Metler. They're going over a few things, talking about a few things, trying to get this thing dialed in for just over 4.5 minutes left here in this game.
Yeah. Here we go.
Paul, let's talk a little strategy here on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. What we're talking about right now is BHS does not, unless you strike really quick. Other than that, they're going to try to work the clock here. Work it all the way down, even a field goal. You work it all the way down to a minute or so. You kick that field goal. They've got good kickers on that side. Stockdale here, on the other hand, hey, they don't want to give up the big play, but you've got to swarm to the ball here. Everybody's working numbers. Right now, the coaches are going timeouts. Stockdale looks like they have 2 timeouts. BHS has 3 timeouts. All that goes in your mind right now. You've got assistant coaches and everybody's working.
Here's the kick. They'd like for it to be in the end zone, and it is. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the BHS 20-yard line. I guess we'll get to see a lot of Coach Gola's personality here and what he wants to do with this drive and how he wants to handle this as far as, hey, am I going to the end zone with this thing quickly and let's pound some points on? Am I going to work this thing down and make it nearly impossible for Stockdale to work back after we make that score? We'll find out as this develops. Hey, Kern County, pretty soon we're going to be picking up the High School Football Game of the Week Player of the Week award and handing it to a fortunate player out there. We'll start putting our thoughts together soon about that, but there's a lot of football left here in this football game. 4:40 left in the game. BHS from their own 20-yard line. Tyler Kay had a great night tonight, as well as Brzezinski. Tyler Kay bobbled up at the beginning. He looks for an opening. He does not get it, but he works his way to 8 or 9 yards. Wow, I'm just so concerned about him having the ball getting coughed up.
Yeah. He's playing with no fear right now. He's doing what he needs to do. He's a trained athlete, and BHS kind of showed us right there what they're going to do. They're going to probably keep the ball on the ground here, work that clock as much as they can. And you made up a great point, Vance, but every Kern County coach is watching right now. What does Coach Gola do? What kind of guy is this guy?
4:06, 4:05, 4:04. The clock ticking here. Stockdale wants that thing to stop. Tyler Kay rolls out to the right. He is not protecting that football, and again, one of my major concerns, if I was on the BHS side, is wow, that ball is just out there, and we almost see it there, Paul.
Yeah, I'd love to have a shot of Coach Gola's face on this, but, junior quarterback, we're going to watch it. Here we go. Bobo replay. He fakes that dive, keeps the ball on that speed option, follows his tail back. All of a sudden, tuck the ball away, kid. Tuck the ball away. That's what the BHS coaches are yelling at him.
That brings up 3rd and 10. 3.5 left in this football game. Coach Gola looking on. It goes around to the side. It is incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 10. Coach Gola was looking over there very, very serious, thinking, hey, man.
I can hear Brian Adams in my ear, and he's right, Brian. Brian's going, that's a huge play. They throw the ball hits the ground, it stops the clock. You're absolutely right, Brian. Brian doing a great job down on the field. He's calling it. He's right there on top. This guy, Brian Adams, man, he looked in shape tonight too. He's probably wanting to get out on that field. But he makes the right call. Now Stockdale has 2 timeouts left with 3:17.
A lot of love on the Griffith Field between Press and Adams. 4th and 10. Drillers have to punt. Here it comes. Ooh, what a nice block to protect it. Fair catch. Tyler Skeels. Fair catches it. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Hey, and it's down out there by the big fella. Steven Gelamini comes in there and brings it down. So, Coach Gola meets his players out on the field. He is adamant to his man Billy Ross. We must stop the Mustangs now. We can't let them get down into their field. Hey, let's go down to Brian Adams. Brian, I know you got some things to say. We want to hear him. Big B.
This is one of the problems that the Drillers had last year. They would be up top or they'd be real close to the game, and they had to stop somebody from winning the game. Can this team this year step up and make the big play on defense.
We're about to find out, B. 3:07 left in the game. They've got a little bit of time left thanks to the drillers. Brzezinski rolls right, looks out, he's got a man open. Hey, here's our guy, Derek King, makes another big catch. Derek King brings it down to about the 48-yard line. So, you know, what I want to say, Paul, is that Brzezinski's been using everybody tonight.
Yes, he has. He has. But personally, I don't like the momentum right here. Stockdale, there doesn't seem to see any urgency in their line. I know they've got 2:43 with 2 timeouts left, but you know what? Brzezinski, hustle, son. Let's go, let's go.
You can
Lyman,
hear,
they've got to be talking.
You can hear some of the Stockdale crowd below us saying, let's go, let's go. Hey, that's just being a fan. A lot of these parents up here saying, hey, we're losing some time, let's go. Under 2.5 left, Brzezinski, 1 back in the backfield. He rolls left. Look out, he's got trouble in the backfield. He lets it fly. He's got a man open. It's going to be King again. Wow, 60-yard bomb just out of the fingertips of Derek King. Brzezinski runs over to Coach Showers, and King was open, Paul. He had him beat.
He did have him beat. But I'm impressed with the breaking speed of those BHS DBs. Once that ball was in the air, man, it looked like they hit another gear. Been coached up well. They didn't stare at the ball. They got their head. They knew they were beat. They got their head down, turned, and got to the receiver. And Brzezinski just happened to overthrow it. It would have had to be a perfect strike for it to be a touchdown. But I tell you what, that little receiver King, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. He doesn't look that fast. He's not that tall. But somehow he keeps getting open.
Hey, this is about as big as it gets. 3rd and 7. If they've got to get something here. 3rd and 7. 2-down territory. Brzezinski drops back. He's being rushed heavy. He throws it out to the side. That right there, Kern County was, great call by the referee. Great call. Almost held on there by Ochoa. He had it for just a second, but it was knocked free. Didn't hang on. Referee absolutely on top of that one. That's this Stockdale crowd was looking for a reception. He comes out, does not have it. Great call by the ref. There he is right there making the call. That brings up 4th and 7. Here's the ball game for the Stockdale Mustangs. If they don't get the first down, could be over.
What Stockdale did there is they ran their trips package back over to the left. I saw the same thing a couple plays earlier. I was wondering if Coach Showers saw it. Obviously he did. I don't want to give away too much.
4th and 7. 2-11. The Stockdale crowd is on their feet. Brzezinski tries the hard count. Doesn't get it. Here comes that BHS line. Look out. Brzezinski stays in the pocket. It is caught for a first down. Hey, look at this, Kern County. Stockdale Mustangs still in it. Hey, Paul Press, Brzezinski stood in there with 3 or 4 big BHS jerseys all over him, and he delivered a strike. This man has come a long way in 1 hour, hour and a half. Wow.
Wow is right, man. Wow. I thought it was going to be a sack. He stood there nice and calm, and this is Brzezinski.
Look at this.
Here we go.
Look at this. 1. Here you got some big guys coming at him.
There
and
he
throws
goes.
a strike.
And
hey, Tom Brzezinski, hats off to you, big fella. What a strike. Keeps him in the ball game. 1st and 10 from the BHS 38-yard line. This Stockdale crowd is on their feet. They want more. 3 receivers split to the right side. He's got protection of the background. Backfield, what am I saying? Oh, just out of the outstretched hands of Armstrong.
Yep.
Backdrop, background, backfield. All I know is Brzezinski's got a lot of pressure on him, Paul. They're coming at him.
Yeah, they're coming at him. He's keeping his cool. Just barely missed the outstretched arms of Timmy Armstrong there, laying out for the ball. Another great receiver on Stockdale's team there. Tim's got good hands, runs really good routes. I had an opportunity to coach him last year. Brzezinski, they've got to do something because BHS is just pinning their ears back and coming at him. Rightfully so, with 1:36 left.
Here we go. 2nd and 10. Brzezinski drops back. It's all pass now. They got a screenplay lined out. Oh, goodness, they had a lot of room out there, but it looked like it was going over for Zachary Ochoa. I don't think he knew it was coming to him. I think actually Edward Weber probably would have been the back it was designed for. Pretty good call right there. They had a lot of room on that screenplay. Didn't happen. BHS defense right now, 3rd and 10, Paul. They've got to really dig in and make a stop.
Yeah, they're lucky there. They didn't get an offensive foul penalty there. The ball's in the air, and Stockdale guys are downfield blocking while the ball's in the air, and he's on a linebacker. That linebacker has a right to go intercept that ball. So you can't make that contact while the ball's in the air when you're downfield like that.
Well, we have a timeout on the field. 1:32 left in the ball game. 3rd and 10 from the BHS 40-yard line. Both coaching staffs out on the field. Coach Showers out with the Mustangs, the offensive coordinator. For the drillers, it's the head man himself, Coach Gola, out on the field with his drillers. Here's an interesting scenario because if they don't get the first down, or pick up any extra yards. It'll be a 4th and 10. Bakersfield High School drillers, they get to use maybe a different mindset if it's 4th and 10 than if it's 3rd and 10. We'll see. One thing I can tell you is we're going to have to wait a $1:32 to even discuss who we think might be our player of the game for the Barber Honda.
Well, I tell you, we wanted a great game to start off this Brighouse season, and we got it. This is a great game. 2 classy ball clubs, great coaches, great athletes, great schools.
Here we go, 3rd and 10. Brzezinski drops back. Brzezinski's in trouble. Look out. He picks up 2 or 3 yards. That's going to be about it. They might have to call a timeout here. They better call a timeout. Coach Showers out on the field. Doesn't wait for timeout yet. Clock is ticking. They better hurry. 1:15, 1:14, 1:13, 1:12, 1:11.
You know, on that play right there, you really wish Brzezinski would step up and just throw it out of bounds or throw it at your receiver's feet, you know. But you can't hold on to that. You can't take that. You've got to throw it out of bounds.
Well, I have the Stockdale coaching staff's thinking, hey, we've got 1 timeout left. We just might need it within this next 55 seconds. So here come the Mustangs.
Wow.
It's 4th and 8, but oops, delay a game.
Wow.
I think Coach Showers thought there was encroachment, but look at this. Look at this. It may be a penalty on Bakersfield High School drillers. It looks like they were in the zone, offsides already. So that brings up a 4th and 3. Coach Showers over here with Brzezinski.
Stockdale comes out in a bunch package there. They go bunch right. Number 12 for BHS. He comes up to press. He comes out to press. And then all of a sudden, he steps over the line of scrimmage, and they get with him encroachment. Here we have BHS with a timeout.
Head coach Paul Gola takes a timeout, comes out to the field, and wants to talk to his players. We're going to go to Brian in just 1 second, but I want to make this point. You know, Coach Boyd's been here for a while. He's been here for a few seasons, and he understands, you know, his seniors and some of his juniors, they know Coach Boyd. They've been with him for a while. So on these times out, when he sends Coach Showers out there. But Coach Gola, this is his first season. This is his first game. During these timeouts, hey, fellas, I'm going out here with you so we get to know each other in crucial moments.
Well, you know what? His players are going to look right at him right now, and this is a big time to coach. You know, it's not make or break time, but all these drillers are looking at their head coach now. And now this is crunch time. What kind of character really does Coach Gola have? And I think he's showing all of Bakersfield. This guy can coach. So, you know, hey, this is great. 42 seconds left. Stockdale does have 1 timeout. BHS is up 28-20, up by 8 points.
What a ball game. 42 seconds left. Paul, you said it best. Down by 8, 4th and 3. Brzezinski. Drillers all over him. Brzezinski throws out to the wing. It's complete out there to our man King. King gets out of bounds. A smart play. So there's Derek King making another big reception. He gets the first down, gets out of bounds. 35 seconds left. Let's go down to Brian Adams. Brian, you're down on field level. How's the energy down there?
Oh, the energy on the Stockdale sideline is really up. It's nervous on the BHS driller sideline. But one thing, we do have a player like he's a little banged up there, and I can't see the number from where I'm at. And it's Ferguson, who's been all over the field defensively. But
wow.
One of the things that Coach Gola is known for is his defense. And so he has to come up with something here to get these guys to believe, like I said before, last year they had a lot of disappointments on the defensive end closing games out. So they got to figure out some way to make a big play because they have 35 seconds. And Stockdale's, like you said, has been there before and has come through.
35 seconds left in this whale of a first football game for our Brighouse Network's football schedule for 2005. Next week, we're going to be at Foothill, West High Vikings and Rich Cornford. We saw them in our scrimmage. We did a technical scrimmage last week when I got to kind of feel things out on the field with the Vikings and the Tehachapi Warriors. They'll be at Foothill next week, but forget about that for now. Half a minute left, 1st and 10 from the driller, 16-yard line. Tom Brzezinski leading his Mustangs down the field. He looks left. He dodges another driller, but he can't get out of the hands of Lamont Whitehead. Lamont Whitehead brings down Brzezinski, and now Coach Showers, offensive coordinator for the Mustangs, calls a timeout. And that's their final one, Paul. They've got 24 seconds to piece together 2 or 3 plays here.
Yeah, what he's going to do right now is Coach Showers is going to go out there. He's going to call 2 plays. They've got to call 2 plays in the huddle here. He's got to instruct these young men what he's doing. We get a shot of Coach Showers out there. He's instructing them, look, if you catch the ball, you got to get in the end zone or you've got to get out of bounds. If you can't get to the end zone, you get out of bounds. if the ball stays in play, everybody hustle, get to the line of scrimmage. Tom's got to make sure guys are set. Once they're set, snap the ball. There's 2 plays got to be called here in the huddle. You know what I like, going back to what Brian Adams said earlier about Coach Gola being a defensive coach is known for his defense. Well, Coach Showers is an offensive coach is known for his offense.
Right.
On that last play to King to get that first down, that's the second time they've shown the bunch package. They didn't even show his bunch package until the 4th quarter. What good coaching. I mean, both coaches are doing a great job of mixing stuff up and showing different packages.
2nd and 12. I formation for Brzezinski. Brzezinski drops back. He's got guys coming at him. The ball is deflected and almost picked off by the big fella up at the line, Justin Cheadle. Big Justin Cheadle almost came up with a huge play, but didn't happen. That brings up 3rd and 12. And Austin Ferguson, the tough kid, the linebacker for the Drillers, was hurt the earlier play, came out, came back in. You got to know there's no way he wants to be out of this last series.
No, and he is a big-time linebacker. I like the way he looks. Hey, it's 3rd and 12 here.
Big play, 3rd and 12, 20 seconds, Paul. If they score, they've got to go for the 2-point conversion, so we've got excitement ahead of us no matter what.
21, here we go.
They're going to
number
the corner.
21.
Looks like it might happen, and it is not complete. Out to number 21, Emmanuel Jeriaki. He actually got away with a little shove. Nice little competition out there. Ref let it go. So this is it, 4th and 12. It's got to happen now. If they get the first down, it'll be within 2 or 3 yards of the goal line, and they don't have any more timeouts. So it's going to have to happen now, Paul. 4th and 12. It all boils down to this for the Stockdale Mustangs. You're watching Brighouse Network's exclusive coverage of the high school football game of the week, and this is a big one. Stockdale at BHS, 14 seconds left. The score is 28-20. BHS up by 8. Every stand, every fan in the stands is packed. Split formation in the backfield. Brzezinski drops all the way back. He lets it go. Does he get the first down? Will they get the first down? The pass is out there. No! He's brought down. The play out there to Tim Armstrong. They're short. Drillers hold him. Gutsy call. Did they get the first down? I don't believe they did. It doesn't matter if they didn't. There's no other play. It was 4th down.
Ferguson's down again.
Ferguson's down again. All right, let's clear some things up. First and foremost, most importantly, we have Austin Ferguson down again. He tried to come back in and play. He's hurt. He's down. The Stockdale Mustangs did not get the yardage they need. A gutsy screen play in the middle of the field. It was run over there to Tim Armstrong. Armstrong tried to make it happen. Didn't happen, but most important story now is Austin Ferguson down on the field, one of their star players. Let's go down to Brian Adams. Brian, you're down there field level at the 10-yard line. How close were they, Stockdale, to getting that yardage?
Well, I'll tell you, they were real close. They were probably about a yard off, a half a yard maybe at the closest. But the one thing about it is BHS gets the ball, they'll take a knee, and the Gola era begins with a huge win.
You're right, Brian. You were right on that and saw that. They went to an inside screen to Timmy Armstrong, came inside. That's a play Stockdale's ran in the past, and it's broken for big time. They ran that same play against BHS last year with Garrett Anthony. And
hey, look at this. Unbelievable. Kern County, Brian Adams, you're down there. You were there. It looked like they come up short, but they did not. Stockdale High School gets the first down, and poor Austin Ferguson's over there on the 8-yard line trying to get some semblance back to this game. In his mind, the Stockdale crowd is going crazy. Let's go down to Brian Adams. Brian, you thought they were very close. As you were speaking, they took the measurement. An unprecedented moment. First down for the Mustangs.
It looked like they might have been a half a yard short by the original spot, but when they stretched the chains out, it was a first down, barely a first down, but a first down nonetheless. They got at least one play to win this game, and you got Ferguson coming off the field.
Brian, we're watching the replay. Here it is. 31, Tim Armstrong come down, and now they're trying to get this player off the field. It doesn't get any better than this, and I think head coach Paul Gola said, hey, you know what? Maybe I don't really want to call a timeout right now, but I need to. I'm going to go out and talk to my players, and let's settle this thing down for a minute. We're still up 8 points. We're still up 8 points, Drillers.
Now, Vance, remember, they still have to score and go for two, so just if they score, it's just not a done deal.
Now, Brian, if they score and the clock runs out, do they get to run their 2-point conversion?
Yeah, they get the extra point. They have to go for two, though.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Brian. And they're going to look on that. You know, BHS called a timeout there, and Stockdale's thanking them right now because Stockdale didn't have their player personnel package in. Coach Showers over here yelling. We had number 20 Weber was on the sideline.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I saw Gola really didn't want to call a timeout, but Coach Gola said, you know what? I would much rather us get a clear head and get a clear play here than having us be a little bit disoriented. I've got Austin Ferguson being pulled off the sidelines. Let's just settle down here and win this ball game. That's Coach Gola. Coach Showers, offensive coordinator for the Mustangs, who's just called one heck of a football game tonight, has got his players trying to get to the end zone. If they score, they still have to go for the 2-point conversion. 6 seconds left. Drillers up by 8. Stockdale has the ball. Hard snap. The pass goes out, and it's caught. Touchdown, Stockdale. Brzezinski makes a completion out to Justin Jackson. No, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. That's Edward Weber. Edward Weber has had a whale of a football game. We're 2 points down. If you're Stockdale, you're up 2 points if you're BHS. Oh, goodness. The BHS driller stands right now awfully quiet. Hey, Kern County, 1 second on the clock. Stockdale down by 2. They absolutely must go for the 2-point conversion. Here it is. Last play of the football game. Unless it goes in, we'll go overtime.
Let's see if they're going to run that bunch package. It's been working for him. He's back in the bunch package.
Brzezinski takes the snap. 2-point conversion. Does it happen? The ball is caught, but he's pushed back. The Drillers hold it at the goal line. Drillers hold him at the goal line. BHS wins. The pass was tipped. It was caught. It was complete. Look at this. There's 1 second left on the clock. So there's celebration. A celebration penalty on the field. 1 second left. So there's fans on the field. There's players on the field. There's 1 second. The Drillers are going to at least receive the kickoff with 1 second left. So a la Stanford Cal Berkeley game many years ago, who knows what could happen. I think they'll fall on a knee. However, 28-26, Coach Boyd out on the field.
Here we go. You know, they ran that bunch package again. Timmy Armstrong fights for the ball. Looks like when he caught the ball, he was maybe a half yard short of the end zone, and BHS was all over, shoving him back. He fights, tips the ball, jumps up, catches it. Tom Brzezinski makes a great read, throws it to the guy. Timmy needed to be about another yard deeper.
Here it is.
We'd have a tie ball game.
We're going to see our Bobo instant replay. Here it is. It's tipped, and it is caught. And did he get across? Did he get across? He did not. Bakersfield High School holds them at the 1-inch line. Coach Dave Boyd was down there talking to the referees. The referees explained to him succinctly and directly. Coach Boyd, he was 6 inches short or maybe less. But what I can tell you is this, a penalty flag for celebration on the field. I don't know what to tell you. Kern County, does it get any better than this for the first game of the season? Stockdale going for a 2-point conversion, down 2. They had to go for it. 1 second left. A deflected pass. It's almost like that Rams, the Rams Super Bowl game, the Titans, when he was 1 foot away. This was a lot closer, Paul. This was 6 inches away. Maybe we can see that replay of that final.
Man, I tell you, it was so close. It was so close.
Well, we're going to get a replay. Eventually, we'll get to see that. But right now, the story is that the Mustangs have to kick off the ball. And for a guy like Skills who can kick the ball out of the end zone, this time he will not.
No. But if there's, and I'm sure BHS is going to play this right. They've got good coaches over there and smart kids. If he boots it up high, they can fair catch it. If it's on the ground, hey, just cover it up. You don't have to try to advance the ball. Just fall on it, game's over. Just fall on it, game's over. Don't try to scoop it and score. Don't try to do anything fancy and pitch the ball around. You're already up by 2. Be happy that you opened up your season with a 2-point win against a very gritty Stockdale team.
Well, I guess the only real true strategy here is Skills can kick the top of the ball. It bounces up at the right time. Stockdale Cat catches it and keeps on running. This will be what I think to be the last 1 second ticked off of this game, unless something miraculous happens for the Mustang. What a football game. Here comes the kick. Skeets kicks the top of it, and it kicks up. Hey, look at this. Unbelievable. You got to be kidding me. Oh, Kern County. This is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Wait a minute. We've got a referee calling it off.
It went 10 yards.
I don't know if he can
went 10
advance
yards.
it. Can he advance it if it's bounced up?
No.
He cannot advance it?
No. It has to be touched by another player, opposing player, for it to be advanced. But wow, what an exciting ending!
I had thought it got touched by the line of the BHS Drillers. My first impression was that it got nicked by one of their hands. Obviously, it did not. Here is our Volvo Rinse replay and Volvo Rinse. It's nice to have you on board. This is the kind of publicity we want for our replay company. Oh, it did not. Okay, it was not touched by another player. But, oh, my goodness. Edward Weber. Edward Weber comes up with what would have been a humongous play. That is big, big time. Well, I'm not quite sure what to tell you, Kern County. This is our first game of the season for the Bright House Network season. And if this is any indication of how it's going to go, I can guarantee you you're going to want to be in front of your TVs on Friday night at 10:30 or Saturday morning at 10:30. Let me take this opportunity to thank Barber Honda, and we're going to give out the Player of the Game award by Barber Honda in just a moment. Crab Radio, 98.5 Fox, and Volvo Rinse. Thank you for these great shots from our boom. There's one of our booms right there. Phil, thank you. Hey, that's big-time coverage, fellas. You've got some great shots to show all of our people here over the weekend. Kern County, what a football game. When we come back, we'll have the Player of the Game, Paul Press's thoughts, Brian Adams' thoughts. Back in a moment with our high school football Player Game of the Week. You saw it here first. Mustangs 26, Drillers 28. Back in a moment. Well, Kern County Bright House Network subscribers, whew, that's about all I can say right now. As we were getting ready for this post-game interview, I had a chance to talk to our player of the game, Tyler Kay, and we were asking him, hey, what were you thinking about when these last couple of episodes were taking place? And he was just like, no way, no way. We'll get to this young man in just one moment. But first, Paul Press, your first game with us on Bright House Networks. Thanks for bringing the excitement, big fella. What do you think about this first game?
Wow, this is exciting. I don't know about coaching on the sideline, but calling this is exciting. Stockdale, gritty performance. BHS comes out with a win. Wow, two great teams. What a season to come.
Brian Adams, you're down there on the field with us all night tonight. Your perception of this Bakersfield High School driller squad to come through all of this adversity late in the game?
Well, I'll tell you, that's one of the things they didn't do last year, Vance. They couldn't hold off at the end. They're turning the tide. It's a good start for them. There's a lot of building they're going to have to do if they want to be a championship team.
A lot of BHS drillers on the field. You're looking at three of them right here. Brian Adams, Greg Holliday. He is the sales manager for Barber Honda. We are excited to have Barber Honda with us this season as the presenter, as the player of the game presenter. We appreciate having you here. This is Tyler Kay. Why don't you present him with this plaque first of all, and then we'll talk to him.
On behalf of Barber Honda, we'd like to present this plaque for Outstanding Player of the Game. Thank you. Great game. Keep it going, though, all right? Thank you.
Greg, tell us a little bit about Barber Honda. It's been around the community for a long time. Just what do we have to look at when we get in there?
Well, right now, Barber Honda is celebrating its 50th anniversary. We've been in business for 50 years. And right now, we just received a 2006 Honda Accord with a new body style. So give us the opportunity, come and see us, and we'll take it from there, all right?
Appreciate that from Greg. Well, big fella, not lost in all of these incredible, heroic, last-minute efforts by the Stockdale Mustangs was your really, really strong first half, and we all decided that, hey, that first half kept everybody in the ballgame on the BHS side. First of all, congratulations. Let's talk a little about that first half. You seemed to get things going right away. It looked good. It looked strong early.
Yeah, I just started off, and I wasn't really nervous at all. I was really confident going out and starting it off and getting our team on the roll.
From our print media here in town, like Bakersfield, California, did a great article and said that you like to keep things loose, like to keep things, animated and fun out there. How fun was it in the beginning of the third quarter when things just weren't clicking?
I just tried to keep everybody up and just kept saying stuff, just kept trying to keep them laugh, kind of keep them happy, trying to keep them going. And our linemen, they were there whenever I would mess up, and they would just keep me going and keep me happy when I was sad and I was down.
Excellent. I have the microphone, so I'll ask a question. I think a lot of our viewers out there in Kern County want to know, what's it like playing for Coach Gola now, one game under your belt?
Oh, it's amazing. He's really, he was just really intense, and at halftime, I've never seen him so intense in my life. He was into it.
We'll leave it at that right there. Congratulations. We have a nice shirt for you. It's back at the studio. We'll bring that to you at the high school this week. Our Barber Honda player of the game, quarterback for the Drillers, number 8, Tyler Kay. We're going to let you get back. Get going, big guy. Congratulations. Hey, Bright House Network subscribers, that's our first winner of the game. Paul Press. Appreciate that, Tyler. Paul Press, before we let Greg go, Greg, get in here. This is your show. Yeah, you're the post-game show. Your show is here, my man. Paul, let's talk about next week. We got West High School, Rich Cornford going over to Foothill High School. Greg's going to be with us in the post-game, so we might as well talk about it now. Rich Cornford, West High School against Scott Douglas at Foothill.
Well, I tell you, we had a chance to see West High already. They have speed. One kid goes down, they have more speed. That one goes down, they even have more speed. They got a big, tall quarterback over there, big, strong kid. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to see Foothill. I'm going to get out there and see Foothill at practice this week, but it should be a barn burner.
Paul Press, you're a true veteran. You've got it all going already. Before I let this man go, Brian, let's talk about the driller psyche now. All of the hype. First half, it looked like, hey, these guys are for real. It's going to happen. A few patches here, a little slow steps here in the third and fourth quarter. They had to hang on and almost really lost this ball game. You made a great point that they lost a few of them last year. In this locker room right now, are they pumped? Are they concerned? What's the vibe?
Well, first thing is you celebrate a win. Tonight's a night of celebration. Tomorrow the coaches will get together, they'll break down film, and they'll break down the X and O's, where you messed up, where you didn't, and you start working on the building. The main thing is, though, is you won, and you build on the wins. You don't focus on all the negative. You take some of it, and you take your positive, and you move forward. But Paul Press said before the game that one thing you had to adjust to was a new coach and new game plans, and there would be some rough edges, and we saw some rough edges. But you definitely see they have potential. But you got to remember, Vance, they play against ghosts here at Driller Field.
Wow, Brian Adams, big guy. Great to have you on the field this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. On behalf of Greg Holliday from Barber Honda, this is the wrap-up show, player of the game. Our man quarterback, Tyler Kay from the Bakersfield High School Drillers. Paul Press, Brian Adams, Greg Holliday, Vance Palm. Next week, West High School at Foothill, only here exclusively on Brighouse Network. See you next week. Hey, big guy, thanks a lot. Will you be with us?
7 years, 100,000 mile guarantee. This is good.
We've tackled all the problems of buying a used car at Barber Honda. Making it easier for you to buy the car you're looking for.
So we're looking at.
At Barber Honda Used Cars, you'll get the lowest prices, best selection, and friendliest staff in Bakersfield. Barber Honda at the entrance to the Bakersfield Auto Mall.
Brighouse Networks presents Mesa Marin Raceways. Inside Motorsports. Every Thursday night at 7 p.m. on Brighouse Networks, Channel 21. With an encore presentation Fridays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Inside Motorsports.
Honey, are you going to do that yard work today?
I'm looking up all the places I need to go. Next Saturday, I'll go and get the stuff.
Locally owned and operated Volvo Rents has everything you need for that weekend home improvement project. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will guide you through our vast assortment of tools, supplies, and rental equipment. From concrete or masonry mix, mixers or finishing tools, to lawn equipment and landscaping supplies and more. At Volvo Rents, we deliver more care in every rental.
I got you everything you need at Volvo Rents. Here's some gloves.